Gregorio. Antonio.
Amy.
Hey, yo, what's up out there?
Ice Cube.
That is not good.
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime.
If you somehow find this offensive, just don't listen. But my guess is you'll be sticking around.
Let's do this.
It's going down, Jack.
Hey, it's Larry King welcoming you to the Opie and Anthony show right here on Sirius XM satellite radio.
Oh, this is good radio right here.
Y'all are cooler than shit.
It starts funny and then gets very uncomfortable.
One of the most popular radio shows in the world.
Radio journalism at its best.
Hello, kids. It's the Opie and Anthony show. They swear and they're vulgar and they talk about awful, awful things. That's what you like, isn't it?
Very flavorful.
Yay. That's what you like, isn't it? Please welcome Opie. The show is twisted, I'm telling you. We're enjoying this shit.
That's what you like, isn't it?
Anthony.
I want dick prizes. I love when girls go through that. I'm here for you, ladies. Remember that.
That's what you like, isn't it?
And Jim Norton.
If a pussy could talk, it would say, die.
That's what you like, isn't it?
Everything you are about to hear is real.
My nipples are kind of hard.
Good morning. Welcome aboard.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
We gotta do it. Fuck it. Love it. Good morning, everyone. Sam just handed us some audio. I think we're gonna go right for it.
Yes.
Our old pal Scorch.
Scorch. Who doesn't love the Scorch?
Have you heard from Scorch?
No, I'm kind of.
You haven't heard from him since you backstabbed him?
Oh, he's left some
Sam
messages
Roberts?
on his Facebook page. I've been avoiding him because I feel bad. I
Yeah.
feel guilty.
Why do you feel bad? He has no idea what this is. He
I don't
loves the
know.
attention.
He's been getting a lot of YouTube comments and Facebook comments.
I follow
and
him on the
Twitter
Facebook now.
messages and-
You follow him on the
Oh,
Facebook?
hells yeah.
And?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
A lot of self-promotion.
Yeah,
A lot of self-promotion.
Well, when you're in this business, you got to do some self-promotion because no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah.
So you got to do it all yourself.
Do it yourself.
He does a thing, but everything's got to be a thing. Like I was noticing on his Twitter yesterday.
Right. Well, I just got to say, because the listeners come and go, and we got newer listeners. We worked with Scorch up there in the Boston area at WAAF, the only station that really rocks. And we've been keeping tabs on him ever since.
Yeah.
Because he's a special human being.
He's quite a character.
When we met him, he was doing the Kingdom of Nakedness.
Kingdom of Nakedness.
And when I met him,
Naked
he was
Militia.
Naked Militia.
Naked
Militia.
He changed it to the Naked Militia.
Yeah, when I was working for him.
Yeah, and he would make believe he was broadcasting naked.
Yeah.
In the nude.
And then he's got this show, PFG TV.
Right.
Which I guess is like a paid infomercial at 3 in the morning, whatever it is, on Fox affiliate up there in
New Hampshire, maybe?
New Hampshire, yeah. And it's like a talk show. It's like the Tonight Show.
Of course it's
He
like the
sits
Tonight
down
Show.
and interviews local celebrities, I guess.
Right.
And yeah. Yeah, he's quite a character.
We love him.
The Scorch.
In a strange way, we love him.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. But you were just on his website, and he's got brand new bits. What were
Yes.
some of the old bits that we talked about on the show in the past?
I mean, that he used to do Wheel of Meat, of
Wheel of
course.
Meat,
Wheel of
yes.
Meat.
Douche or dressing.
Douche or dressing.
Wow, that was a good one. I remember that.
And that bit was like he'd say Summer's Eve,
Right.
and then you'd have to call. And is it a douche product or is it a salad dressing?
Damn, I don't know about that one.
He would say like
ranch.
Ranch.
water and vinegar. That's douche product.
Right.
Oil and vinegar dressing.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Now I know
You
how to play.
And you would have to play along.
The problem is you can only do maybe three.
Tops,
But he did it week after week.
How many different douche combinations are there? There's oil and vinegar, or water and vinegar, and that's
Water
it.
and vinegar.
That's it. That's what we're
douche
saying.
is.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's some other stuff like some fucking
Well, he would use product names.
Oh.
or some kind of floral smelling thing.
Right.
Some fucking
How-
pussy potpourri.
Were
really
you doing
make
once
you
a
think.
week for a while?
He did it a lot.
That's impossible. That's impossible.
Just so we could say, douche your drizzy.
Douche your drizzy. What do you think? Let's go to the phone.
But to be fair, he came
Little
up
Scorch, you understand douche your drizzy, right?
Of course, Scorch. Good idea, buddy.
I think it's a benchmark bit for the Scorch show.
Of course. He came up with a lot of ideas because he told me I interned for him.
Yeah, I know. And then you, as Colin Quinn loves the whole Scorch thing because he loves the fact that you stabbed him in the back.
Oh,
Colin loves that.
I just sat there collecting information and then came and exposed.
Well, the strange thing, then you start interning for us. Then you went back up to Syracuse where you were going to college, what, about 10 years ago at this point?
Almost.
And then while you were up there, you were interning for Scorch. And then you came back to us
and got
with
hired
all this
here.
Inside info.
You were here for and then left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here and then I interned for Scorch and then I came back here.
I remember that.
I remember that.
I was the one that made the mistake and told Sam to keep in touch after his internship. You can blame me. I was the one.
I remember that.
We were clear and
tick sucking the blood.
Because he came
we
back
were
and I was
free
like,
and clear of Sam Roberts, but I was the one that took him aside and said, "You know what? You should keep in touch with the show."
he came back and I was like, he looks familiar. What was his name? What? Like you were just another intern that just fucking left.
I could have. You could have had me out of your hair after 3 months.
Yes.
How long were you gone for?
I was gone for. I mean,
then he came back for like I don't know,
a week here, a day there. But I mean, I was gone for 9 months.
Yeah.
Were you? Yeah.
Yeah, I went back to school for.
But I was the one. I was like, you should keep in touch.
Back by popular
blame me.
demand.
Blame me.
Happened.
Anyway, what were some of the other bits?
He did.
We're missing a couple more fucking benchmark bits.
Yeah, because there was always alliterations or rhymes.
Oh,
he
loves to rhyme.
You know what he did that really drove Paulie, his sidekick, crazy one day? He went through this phase where he said he had top 10 lists. Right?
Oh, boy.
And he loved to do them, right?
Yeah.
And Scorch said, it's the anniversary of the Jungle Gym. So today we're going to do the top 10 gyms.
Whoa.
People named Jim.
He loved tying things in.
But Paulie was off the air and he's yelling at him going, what do you mean top 10 gyms? Let's do something weird. Let's go. I don't know. He goes, let's get the stunt boy and make him play at a jungle gym and the parents will think he's weird. Or we'll do something with this. And he goes, no, we're going to do top 10 gyms.
Top 10 gyms. Top 10 gyms.
So,
Jim Morrison.
Let me look at my list here. Yes, Jim Morrison made the list.
Jim Kirk.
We come to find out it was not the anniversary of the Jungle Gym. He was just looking for an excuse to do the gym list.
He wanted to do the top 10
Why did he
gyms
want to
so
do the
bad?
gym list so bad?
Because it's Scorch. That's the beauty of this guy.
He found a list of the top 10 people named Jim.
Right.
And he needed a reason to do it. He said, I got to do this.
How could I make it sound like I just came up with it because it's tied into something? Jim, go to the gym. Oh, Jim, jungle gym.
And I was just a kid having a blast, like watching all this happen. Like this is bizarro world.
Of course.
And watching his sidekick Paulie sit there and just bite his lip every
Horrified.
day.
Because Paulie didn't really
career.
get along with Scorch, right?
No, because he knew, because this was his career.
Yeah, because it's leading to Paulie. This is why we're talking about Scorch again today.
Yeah. I mean, every time Scorch left the room, Paulie would be yelling about some bit that Scorch was insisting on doing. Yeah, he's still in Syracuse doing radio.
Can you go to Scorch's page? Because I saw new bits. Look at these new bits.
Well, he did the brain cell stimulator.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, every morning.
Where you think he's talking about a cock and it's a toothbrush? that type of fucking
not even
humor. That. Wasn't as good as
double
that one.
entendre type stuff.
Nothing. It would just be like
nothing.
Every morning, 70% of people use this with their breakfast, and then it's like the most open-ended thing.
Right.
And you take 4 calls,
right.
And that's like a big day. And then you go, the answer was a napkin.
There was no way the answer was a napkin ever.
Yes, and that would be it.
Then you got to remember, weird news.
Right.
Yeah.
Which he brought to the TV show.
But doesn't use this.
Some deranged stories that are very strange. Weird news.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, weird news coming up. Weird news. There was a guy over there in Malden, and he actually got a flat tire, and he changed the tire, right? And then as he's driving away, he didn't put all the lug nuts on, so the tire started shaking. But he got to a gas station, tightened the lug nuts up, and then drove home. Weird news!
Some are on and some deranged. Stories that are very strange. Weird news.
And this is different than Jocktober.
Totally
I can't explain.
I love Scorch.
But that's it. What Ant just did is exactly what Scorch would do.
Right.
It's like he would find either a list or like he would find that opener on some website. And he'd have to play the weird news jingle.
Right.
So he wouldn't have anything for it. And he would just come up with some story that's not even that weird.
No, it's not very
so
weird.
He could play the jingle.
We're
the jingle.
The difference is we're obsessed with the man that is Scorch.
Yes.
Jocktober, like, they shouldn't take it personally. We don't even care about them as human beings. We just, mock their silly radio show. But, with Scorch, it's way deeper than that.
And I don't want Scorch to take it personally either. Because for the record,
he'll never take it personally. He gets excited when we talk about him.
He treated me very well. Yeah. And I enjoyed my time with him very, very much, obviously.
Of course.
I don't think he has a bad bone in his body.
No, I think he's a wonderful man.
He never did or said anything bad about us.
But he is a complete character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing that this exists.
With that said, what's his new bit I see up there on his website?
It's Scorch's psychotic survey.
Look how he spelled survey.
Well, you got to be a little different.
He put a P in front of it. It's like psychotic, which, is P-S-Y, psychotic survey. P-S-U-R-V-E-Y.
Most people, if they had to make it an alliteration, would just drop the P in psychotic and make it psychotic survey, but he adds the silent P to survey.
But that's what Scorch would do.
Of course.
Don't you understand?
But this is...
What's the bit?
Why is it psychotic?
It's not.
It's not. That's the beauty of it, because everything has to have some
alliteration.
Yeah.
Or so, like this is
has to have the stamp of Scorch on it.
Right.
When I was telling you about the brain cell stimulator, and it would be as mundane as 70% of people use a napkin.
Yeah.
This is today's psychotic survey.
Yeah.
Have you ever...
Wait. Oh, okay, I see.
Right, so it's like on his website.
And every day it's a question.
Right, every day,
Gotcha.
and then he gets the audience to vote.
Right.
Have you ever had a close encounter with a famous celebrity? Option 1, all caps. Yes, I have, several exclamation points.
Yeah.
Option 2, all caps. Nah, ellipses, never, even more exclamation points.
And then you can vote.
Those are your options.
And I do like how he puts his name in front of everything and brands it. It's not just the psychotic survey here.
It's Scorch's.
It's Scorch's psychotic survey.
But who would give a fuck? Then what? He goes on the air and goes, well, I got the poll results.
Yes.
Can you vote and see? Look, can we check out the vote?
Yeah, 28%.
What are you going to vote?
Never had a close encounter.
Yes, I have.
I'll say yes. For instance, today.
Well, I think you have had a close encounter with a celebrity, right?
Who today?
I'll have a close encounter with Chael Sonnen later today. That's a celebrity.
Right, there you go.
All right, so you have to check the...
All right, we'll vote.
Yes, I have.
Does he show you the number of people that voted?
Look at this. 56% of the people say, yes, I have. 44% say, nah, never.
How many people is that?
Fuck. No numbers, just percentages.
I would bet
thank
it's
God,
7
no
people.
Thank God there's no numbers.
God, who cares?
And he does his Facebook thing. I noticed because his Twitter is It's Me Scorch.
Right.
And on his and he sends out Facebook links while he's doing the show.
Right.
And he knows, I guess he's all about social networking now, because his new thing is to send out a picture, and then he goes, and you know what you got to do? Share the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like,
He loves
give me
people,
a share. It's share, because he's branding it.
Yeah.
Share the hell out of it.
That's what he says, too. He's like, no matter what you think, just share it.
That's great. So, with that said...
Right.
Paul... Oh, you got something else?
Brain cell stimulator. He's still doing it.
Oh.
What?
But isn't that psychotic survey?
No, that's ridiculous.
What is the brain cell stimulator for today?
Well, this was yesterday's because it's afternoons now.
Fair enough.
Here's today's brain cell stimulator. On an average day, women do this around 60 times. Men around 40 times. Must be specific and nothing sexual or body function related per se. Good luck. There's some of the answers that people are chiming in with. Some say, change the channel on the TV.
Oh.
Daydream about being on a beach vacationing. Check Facebook.
But when are we going to find the answer? Find out the answer.
Yeah, really.
Maybe I guess you got to tune in for it.
Oh, fuck. I need to know the answer.
Oh, boy.
What?
This post says, so let me see. So far in the past 24 hours, I've been majorly insulted by someone I thought was my future, and I've been majorly ripped apart by people I thought were friends from my past.
Oh, no.
Good thing I live in the present, about an hour away from today's brain cell stimulator.
And he's obviously talking about Paulie, right?
He's talking about Paulie.
Which we have.
Yeah.
So this is the only reason we're talking about Scorch today. So Paulie, his ex-sidekick,
Yeah.
went on a competing radio station to talk about Scorch.
Well, this is his not current competing radio station, his old, because now he's in Manch Vegas.
What ended their relationship?
Well, when their relationship ended, I watched it end.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
How long did they work together?
2 years.
2 years. That's a long time.
Oh, this is that? Yeah, okay.
And I got to be there for almost the entire last year.
Nice.
Okay.
And the whole time, Scorch was telling Paulie, don't worry, don't send out any demos. I'm sending out our demo. It's all good. You're taken care of.
Uh-huh.
One day, on a Thursday, Scorch called Paulie and said, hey, Paulie, tomorrow's going to be my last day in Syracuse. And Paulie said, what? And Scorch said, yeah, this weekend I'm moving to New Hampshire. I'm going to start doing radio there. And Paulie goes, wait,
But
with me or? No, by myself.
But you said, but
Sorry,
you
buddy.
said,
And that's it.
but you said
And
you
that
were
was
sending
it.
out.
Yeah. And then Scorch left.
Right.
Station flipped. Paulie was unemployed for a while.
Wow.
Did Scorch dislike him too?
No. That's the weird part with this Scorch guy.
That's just
He doesn't even know what he's doing in the end.
No, Scorch would just think like, yeah, I got a gig. What's the matter?
but he didn't even give him any advance notice or
Right.
anything.
God, you
Yeah.
think he would give him a heads up?
No.
Fuck.
And then Paulie called me and he was like, look, I don't even know whether to be mad at this guy or not. I don't think I have it in me, but we're going to go out and get drunk right now. Me, Paulie, and Scorch went out bar hopping in Syracuse.
Wow.
The night before his last show.
Really?
Yeah.
Did Paulie stay? Oh, he stays in radio, right?
Yeah, he's still in Syracuse.
Okay.
But he ended up getting another gig in radio. And
All right. So Paulie's doing all right.
he's doing all right now.
But he went on this K-Rock in Syracuse.
Right, so yeah, that was...
Why did he blast Scorch?
Scorch used to be on K-Rock in Syracuse. Then he moved to another station called Rock 105.
Right.
But I think that the morning show on K-Rock Syracuse now wanted to tell Scorch stories. I wouldn't be surprised since we've been doing it so much lately.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's working well for us. So I
Yeah.
think other people are jumping on the Scorch bandwagon.
But they really
It's
wanted
great to just tell a Scorch story.
Everyone
Yeah.
loves a good Scorch story.
But they really wanted to do Wheel of Meat on their show. And so they wanted Paulie to come on their show to do Wheel of Meat since he's the expert.
He was the expert at Wheel of Meat?
I mean, he saw it happen.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I did too for the facts, but
So here's Paulie on this show in Syracuse. Says he was Scorch's sidekick and explains. Oh yeah, he explains color of the day. I forgot about that bit.
I didn't want to get into that because I didn't want to steal Paulie's thunder.
Right.
I
Don't
forgot
steal
Scorch
Paulie's
used to do
thunder.
color of the day.
Of course he did every day.
You run out of colors after 5 or 6.
Well,
We have fuchsia. We haven't done fuchsia. Don't forget about seafoam green.
Did they get that crazy?
hey guys,
You ran out of colors. There's
color
only-
of the day today. I'm thinking mauve. Mauve. Let's go with it.
That's a terrible.
We're taking your mauve stories.
Whoa. There are only so many primaries.
Oh man, that's going to be a special.
This is going to be a
fucking
valuable Sudoku puzzle.
Hope he just spilled his coffee on it.
That's a terrible fucking thing.
Spilled my coffee.
What would you guys do for color of the day today?
Stinks.
Well, color of the day. What would I do?
Probably just say black and then go ahead. Ed.
Lavender. It's color innocent.
And then
Crazy.
I would go home because one of my jobs as an intern was to write all the fake emails.
That's right, the fake email. Here's an email coming in. It's fucking Bob from Marlboro.
Can you talk about Scorch for 2 hours?
Yes.
Easily, right?
Yes.
It's just amazing. What do you mean fake emails?
Well, you know, like people on the air will be like, hey, we got emails coming in.
Right.
Well, it's because Scorch had a jingle. That's right.
Oh, he had an email jingle.
He had a jingle, and it would go, email. Do. And so we would have to have emails every day.
He loves a jingle.
But you had to write fake emails about how great he was?
Yeah, I would write
Or
emails.
how good the show was or whatever?
Every day I would write emails. And it would have to be, and he wanted, eventually, he started asking me to do it not from Syracuse. Because he said, we're streaming now, so do it, you know, from all kinds of different cities. Worldwide if you want. I was like, okay. And so I'd write these emails, but I would always try to sneak in little references that only his sidekick, Paulie, would get.
Right.
Just to make Paulie laugh as Scorch was reading them on the air.
You wouldn't pre-read them?
And Scorch had no idea?
No, yeah, he would pre-read. You didn't get them.
But he didn't understand the little references you threw in there?
You know, like I'd start, like, what I would do is Scorch would leave the room. And Paulie would be complaining about some bit. And then I would go home, and whatever bit that Paulie was complaining the most about, I would write an email about how great it was. But then in Scorch's mind, he would react like that was real listener feedback, and that the listeners were really into this bit.
So he made sure he did that bit a little more.
But I was just going, no, he knew I was writing them.
I get it. Believe me, I get it. All right, so there's your huge long setup, but Paulie ends up on this K-Rock show in Syracuse and decides to beat the shit out of Scorch.
Yeah, he did.
Paulie was the intern, man.
No.
I wasn't the intern. What were you for Scorch?
I was his sidekick.
Oh,
you were his
all
bitch.
right, got you.
He was the one that did all the Chewy impressions.
He used to do a bit that I still to this day don't understand. He would do the color of the day.
The color of the day.
Just randomly at 8:05. Good morning, Scorch here. It's 8:05. The color of the day is blue. Here's some Guns N' Roses.
There's only so many colors.
I love it. It's like listening to us. It's talking about Scorch.
Except that's the guy he did radio
Right.
with. That's his sidekick.
Today's blue. Here's Guns N' Roses.
It's 8:05.
8:05.
It's Scorch.
That really was the extent of color of the day.
Color of the day.
Just to
I
mention
don't
the
understand.
color.
Did he ever explain why he was doing color of the day?
He refused to explain it. Paulie would, off the air, Paulie would be screaming, why the fuck are we doing color of the day? It doesn't make any sense. No, people like it. Color of the day. It's just something to start the day with.
It's something that people talk about. It's like, hey, you get to work listening to Scorch? Yeah, it was. Well, hey, did you hear the color of the day? Well, yeah, it's blue. Yeah, I heard that too.
Did he just think that made things familiar or comfortable? Like people would hear that and that was like, hey, part of my Scorch day is
Yeah.
It's just so.
Waking up with Scorch. You got your color. You got your brain fucking shit. You got your.
Did he smoke a lot of pot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know for sure? Because you got to be careful with that shit.
I mean, Paulie said that he did.
All right.
And he said it, on one of the clips. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm getting a lot of that information from.
And I'm also getting info that it's that time of year where he goes back into the animal pen to raise awareness.
Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. Look how I spell pause. P-A-W-S.
Wait.
Hold on. Brandon has info on that. Brandon in Boston. Boston strong. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, yeah, he was the radio guy at a concert I was at this weekend where he introduced all the bands and come out and act like an idiot. And that was one of the things he brought up is that he's going to spend a week in an animal pen and raise money for the animals.
Yeah.
He does that every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you ready to rock?
Whoa, look at that.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
what happened?
This guy just pulled this guy back from a train.
Another one?
He fucking saved that guy's life right there.
That guy trying to jump?
His fucking life. I don't know.
What
it
the
might
fuck?
have been.
Oh, he's drunk. He looks drunk.
Wow.
What city is that in?
Oh, no.
All right, we'll get more info.
Where?
On that.
Columbia.
Colombia?
Colombia.
That's crazy.
Colombia.
He's probably coked out.
Wait.
What?
He's describing pause for a cause.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, generally, you'd say 24 hours a day for 7 days, I'm going to be in an animal pen, right?
Yeah, I got to suffer with the animals.
He writes, every year I actually live for 23 hours and 50-plus minutes per day in the cage for an entire work week.
Wait, what?
So he's taking weekends off and taking breaks. Why couldn't he say 24 hours?
Yeah, I got to take a piss.
23 hours, 50-plus minutes.
50 plus.
So he gets out of the cage just to take a leak.
Yeah, stretch his legs a little.
Take a little stroll.
Yeah.
And why would I do the weekends? I can't do a show.
Got to go to the rock shows. That's how Scorch makes his pocket money.
Boys.
What is Scorch's PFG approved spank bank? Today in the bank, it's another Tattoos Day. Tuesday is Tattoos Day.
It's Tattoos Day.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
You gotta have your days of the week thing.
Of course.
Get a girl that people can jerk off to. So you spank bank.
All right, Paulie talks about old bits he had to do with Scorch.
He used to make me read dating tips.
Oh, no.
On the air, and it was called Paulie Get Your Poon. Was perfect.
Paulie, get your poon. Paulie, get your poon. Paulie, get your poon.
And he would print out the dating tips for Paulie.
Yeah.
Paulie's no dating expert. I saw him. He's terrible with women. But he would print out the dating tips off like whatever prep service and just hand him. He goes, "Here's your Paulie, get your poon for today."
Here it is.
And Paulie would just be miserable reading this.
Wow.
Shit. What you could do is.
He used to make me read dating tips.
Oh, no.
On the air, and it was called Paulie Get Your Poon. Was
That's a funny line. I'll give him that.
was that? And then I had to do the Hollywood rumors, and it was hooray for Paulywood.
That's very good. That's very funny. That's I'm feeling the flow.
I'm so upset I missed it. I can't believe what I could have been doing better.
We had so many things that we were going to get to in this first hour, and they've all been blown out by Paulie reliving his years of Scorch abuse. You were with him for 10 years?
No. Two in my
Two,
yeah.
It lasted 2 years.
It felt like 40. It was like dog years.
Shit. Oh, my God, he's passionate.
Yeah, he said, hooray for Paulywood. And we had a jingle for that.
Hooray for Paulywood. Paulywood.
Yeah, I think he would just play hooray for Hollywood and just kind of pot it down.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Paulywood.
Did he have listeners? Did he have big ratings?
No.
No?
No, he didn't.
Wasn't popular?
No.
This is the part where we spin Paulie around, right? We spin him around, round, let him try to walk. We call it cerebral Paulie.
See? That would be worth watching. Listening to. Forgot PFG. Well, could do it on PFG TV.
We had 3 phone lines.
Yeah.
Like here we have like 15 or whatever.
I don't know.
We had 3. And then if all 3 lit up, you guys remember, it'd be a very exciting day because that wouldn't happen every day. That all 3 lit up.
And he had a catchphrase.
And this wasn't something he said on the air.
Oh, shit.
This is something he said for us. Do you remember what it was?
I remember he had a catchphrase. Oh, fuck. Give me one word of the catchphrase.
Looky.
Oh, yeah. Looky.
Yeah, looky, Miss Cookie.
Oh, that's right, Miss Cookie.
Looky, Miss Cookie.
He would say that if the phone lines roll it?
If there were 3 calls, yeah.
He got very excited. That meant he was doing a very good radio show or a bit. Looky, Miss Cookie.
And now we're going to shoot him up with some Novocaine on half his face. And we call the segment Bell's Paulie. It's a great bit.
Fucking poor Paulie.
Paulie talks about Scorch making his life miserable.
Been in Central New York for a long time. You remember Scorch.
Right.
Paulie was Scorch's sidekick.
Yeah, and pocket bitch. And because of that, Paulie has been angry for years because Scorch's show essentially derailed you from doing anything.
It ruined radio for you.
Yeah, you pretty much ruined
It
radio.
just made me miserable.
Do you think you were not miserable
Come
before
on,
that?
you make you miserable.
No, like towards work. Working with
So
him.
you didn't even enjoy coming into work at all.
Oh, man.
Despise it.
Dude,
How many years did you do that?
Imagine if you... 2.
We did.
Imagine if you had to come in and you knew you were just going to do the wheel of meat, the color of the day.
Yeah, I know.
And you would do these open-ended, stupid questions, like for trivia, like 50% of men do this.
Did he get ratings?
No.
All right. I get worried about this town sometimes. If that's the
I
kind
know,
of stuff they like.
because you know what happened is, and if you're just catching up, the Wheel of Meat was essentially a cell phone being slammed down on the counter. It's theater of the mind. It's stupid old radio hacky crap.
Because you don't have a demo tape because everything you did was Scorch.
Yeah, the wheel. Imagine like being a PD and me sending a tape of the Wheel of Meat.
Oh, it was just you laughing.
Having to laugh at the Wheel of Meat.
I got my meat. So it was me laughing.
Yeah. And then I would leave work, and I had a pretty sweet bachelor pad back in the day. In-ground swimming.
How did the show become about Paulie?
Paulie, it says here you have experience in douche or salad dressing.
I would leave,
douche or dressing. Now, is that your bit, or?
I would leave work, and Scorch would show up. Like, I'd go home, take my nap afterwards, and I would go out to my swimming pool, and Scorch would be laying by my pool.
He comes over to your house
Just
now.
show up. He'd be smoking weed by my pool.
So you hung out with him?
No, I couldn't shake the son of a bitch.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. Poor guy. This is the kind of impact that he had on people. Like,
yes.
For as long as I've been on the show is how long it's been since Paulie was with Scorch.
Wow.
And we still can't stop talking about it.
Can't stop talking. We've been out of Boston 15 years and we still talk about him.
He's a special guy.
You know, he told me, remember when you guys did Feels for Meals?
Yeah.
He informed me that was his, and he gave it to you.
Oh, that's right. I
because
remember that.
it rhymes and it's so good, he wanted to like take it for his own.
He said that,
I gave it to him.
And then he said, yeah, we guys, we trade bits sometimes. Like,
no, we don't. We never traded anything.
And he also made it seem like as if I knew, but I pretended I didn't know. Like, he made it seem like instead that you guys took douche or dressing. Not like that you...
No, we took it to mock it one day.
No, he said that you
We
guys...
actually did it one day just to see, to show people how ridiculous it was.
No, he told me that you guys, did it.
No, we
like...
didn't. Well,
It was one of the many bits that they took from me.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Brilliant radio minds just working together.
Yeah,
Exchanging ideas and helping each other out.
You got to share the joy of the Scorch pits.
I don't mind. He would always tell me that you guys, there was some wrestling show that they had coffins out, and you guys were afraid to lay in the coffin.
It wasn't that we were afraid.
But Scorch would lay in the coffin. No problem.
It was the most ridiculous thing ever.
Even
and we
at
loved wrestling back then.
Even at the very beginning of my radio career, which what it was back then, the thought of looking that stupid and laying in some coffin at ringside at a wrestling match was like, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
I can't do that.
No.
Hey, the coffin's still open. Scorch man.
You got them coffin seats? Because,
He couldn't believe we were just giving up the coffin seats. He was amazed.
And he
He's like,
laid
you really
right
gonna
in him.
give me the coffin seats?
Remember we kind of hung out in the back? We stood up in the back watching, and we just saw Scorch there.
Man, sitting there in the coffin seat.
Like making a big scene. He was making a scene. He was selling it.
He was trying to get involved with the action.
Yeah.
He was jumping up, hoping somebody was going to, throw a chair at him or something. Where was that wrestling show? Do you remember offhand?
It's probably Worcester Centrum.
You think? It was that big of a gig?
It was.
I felt like it was a smaller place. Not that it matters, but more Paulie on this show in Syracuse trashing his old pal Scorch.
I'm liking the pain.
I'm sweating right now. I've got like
The anxiety's killing
I
me.
got Wheel of Meat sweats.
It's such pleasure for me. It's such pleasure to watch.
Got Wheel of Meat sweats right here on your station, K-Rock 100.9
Showgirl Stacy is admitting to the fact that she hung out at Harborfest with Scorch one year.
Oh, boy.
That sounds like Scorch. Was he married? Did he have kids?
No.
She hung out with
He
him?
had 2 dogs and he smelled like pee all the time.
What the hell was going on here?
And then-
What is wrong with this town?
He had dog hair all over him. God. You know what? He's a nice guy. I feel bad.
No, I mean, he might be a nice guy, but
He's
it
not
doesn't
good at
matter.
radio.
He's not good at radio.
He's a nice guy that hung out by your pool for 2 years.
Covered in dog hair, hanging out with showgirls at Harbor.
Come on, get the wheel.
Really?
Get the wheel.
Really?
Did he really have dog hair on him all the time?
Yeah.
Did he smell like dog?
Was there maybe an accident that could have happened on his clothing? Or?
But that's neither here nor there. Sure, but that's not what we're talking about.
No, of course not.
No. I don't know why Paulie has to go on the radio and announce that people smell like piss.
Paulie's killing it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
We have one more clip.
Yeah, this last clip is the game.
They decided to play Wheel of Meat.
All right.
But
a Scorch staple.
They did it in a mocking fashion.
It wasn't a tribute.
Something that people need to realize is when Scorch did these bits, there was no mocking.
He wasn't being ironic.
No. This was like, yeah, this will really get people talking. Wheel of Meat.
Oh.
Hey, welcome to Wheel of Meat. What's the meat?
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
It is not pulled pork. Sorry, thanks for calling.
Wait, how does the bit go? Like, he slams something on the table, and then you have to figure out what meat he slammed on the table?
Yeah, but we'd never have meat when he did it.
Of course
He'd just go like, what kind of meat was that? Call up now. The Wheel of Meat.
Who would give a shit about that?
No, but you'd have to have the wheel sound effect first.
Right.
You'd be like, okay, I'm gonna spin.
Spin the wheel.
Tick, 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 tick.
And then he's like,
Ah, there it is. Wheel of Meat. What do you think? What do you think?
I hate this one. No?
Why isn't it working?
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, well.
Aren't they supposed to check that every day?
That's brand new.
Oh, hi. Scorch?
Yeah.
I like to guess, London broil?
No, it's not London broil. Next caller.
Scorch, how you doing?
Yeah, you're out, Wheel of Meat.
I'm thinking something like a New York strip steak.
Oh, very close, but no. No. Wheel of Meat.
That's the bit.
K-Rock, hello, welcome to Wheel of Meat. What's the meat that you heard? Let me play it again for you. Here, slam it real hard. Slam my meat. Oh, I beat my meat. Oh, I beat my meat hard.
He would do that, double entendre? Sure.
Oh, what is that? What meat am I beating, honey?
I don't know.
What meat am I beating, honey?
It was a big tube snake. Big tube snake, boogie. Brother.
Oh, my God.
They are hammering him.
You got it right. It was steak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they killed him. Yeah, Paulie started texting me yesterday. He goes, dude, what's your email? And I sent it to him, and he goes, I killed Scorch on camera this morning.
He felt guilty, right?
He did. He felt really guilty.
And Scorch knows about it because of his...
Oh, yeah.
His fucking... Yeah.
Paulie was so... I never seen anybody so frustrated.
Wow, really?
As Paulie over there. Especially, I mean, the amount of times he was told, don't even worry about it. Me and you are going places. I'm sending our stuff out. You know, we're getting some listens, some people interested.
Getting some bites here. Getting some bites. We're gonna go and do this somewhere else.
And he didn't get one day notice that he was leaving to New Hampshire.
No, not even a day.
He knew, but Scorch knew way before that.
Oh yeah, but he didn't tell him.
No, he told him the night before. Dude, tomorrow's it. Hey kid, tomorrow's it.
And how long was Paulie on the radio for?
A good while. He had like a part-time gig at the local ESPN affiliate, but beyond that, he didn't have much for a while.
He's doing all right now?
Now he's doing all right. He's full-time shifts and everything. Yeah, he's doing
Is he at
pretty
this
well.
station that he was just on?
I don't know if he's at K-Rock or not.
It seems like he
might
must.
be.
He must
I know
be
he's
there.
and he's still. I think he's still doing ESPN radio in Syracuse. So
Yeah.
he's got some stuff going on now. But
So
then
classic.
But Scorch has like a heart of gold.
he does.
That's why Paulie's probably feeling a little bad about
Does
it.
he have a heart of gold, though?
Oh, yeah.
He's the nicest guy.
He just doesn't have an awareness.
Yeah.
Like to
No
interact
self-awareness,
with.
really.
No.
To talk to, like to sit down and have a conversation with. He's delusional,
Right.
but he's not mean.
He doesn't mean any harm.
Although he's completely selfish.
Right.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So where's the nice guy part come in?
Yeah.
If he's totally selfish, then he's not a nice guy.
But he doesn't see it as selfish.
No,
just
he
sees
doesn't.
it as,
That's where I go back to the lack of self-awareness.
This is the way it is, this is the life we have chosen.
Right.
Paulie, I don't think I'm the one that has to tell you. Without the business, there's no show. Right. This is the life we have chosen. This is what we do. So if I have to move on and you're here, it's this thing that we do.
Yeah, where's the nice guy part? He left his partner the next day without a gig.
It was a good ride, Paulie. You got to understand, but I'll see if I can get some money for you when I'm up there. It's business, Jimmy. You're taking it very personally.
That's a difficult situation.
It's a very difficult situation.
Situation.
Oh, you're going to be the boss? It's a very difficult situation.
And we do have a brand new PFG TV, but it's too much Scorch for today.
Too much Scorch.
We'll have to wait on this one for a while.
Save that alone. Yeah, I think the Paulie bits, it was like one bit a day for the week. So I think probably like Monday was probably hooray for Paulywood.
Wait, Paulie did Scorch? Oh.
No.
I was thinking that this show.
No,
I was just figuring out in my own stupid head.
Yeah.
I thought Paulie was on this particular show for a week doing a Scorch bit every day. That would be the bit.
That would be nice.
And then Paulie Get Your Poon was Wednesdays. I think Psychic Bonnie called in on Thursdays.
Oh, God.
What was Psychic Bonnie?
Psychic Bonnie is just a radio psychic that would call in once a week and has literally been with Scorch 20 years at this point.
Wow.
And just wherever Scorch goes, Psychic Bonnie goes.
Psychic Bonnie, good up. We're a team.
I wish I remember.
Psychic Bonnie, what do you got today?
I can't remember how he described Psychic Bonnie. There was some way, like some kind of like mind-blowing thing that he said along with, this Psychic Bonnie's going to be on the show ready to blow your minds. But it wasn't blow your minds. It was something better.
It was probably some sexual innuendo, right?
Yeah, there had to be a little innuendo thrown in there.
He's a big fan of that.
Is she a good psychic?
No. No. Oh,
psychics are
okay. Yeah, Wednesday afternoons at 4 p.m. Psychic Bonnie freaks out. The afternoon Lumpa Nation.
The what nation?
Lumpa Nation?
What is that?
I'm not sure.
Wait, he changed it to the Lumpa Nation?
Man, it seems like when he left Syracuse,
maybe he wasn't allowed to take the Naked Militia with him. Maybe the radio station owned that.
Right, and now it's Lumpa Nation.
Oh.
Wow. I remember Paulie asked him one day, why the fuck do you keep saying Naked Militia? Off the air. He's like, why you call this a Naked Militia? Nobody's ever naked in here.
Plus the fact that it makes Paulie look bad that he's hanging out naked with another dude.
Yeah, everyone's naked. Totally nude radio.
Me and Paulie are naked. Are you naked at home? It's a Naked Militia. Totally nude radio.
Paulie's like, nobody thinks we're naked. And Scorch goes, no, you got to understand. It's like we're an army, like a militia, like an army, but it's peaceful because nobody could fight a naked guy. If somebody's naked, it couldn't be more peaceful.
We used to do Afternoon Drive, and early on, before Dave Douglas made the big pizza/hamburger analogy decision, Scorch was unfortunately pizza, and Dave wanted, I don't know, hamburger or something.
Yeah.
I think you guys were hamburgers.
And that meant Rocco had to replace Scorch. But, man, I remember we would be ending our show, and our show would be crazy back then. But Scorch would set up, like, just this party every night. Remember?
Yeah.
He would bring in a boom box, and all. It was just, he was just...
Why do you bring a boombox to a radio station?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he would set up the studio like he was going to have a party there every night.
Totally nude.
Oh, it's all appearance.
And then Rocco didn't disappoint because he would set up a buffet every night.
Yeah, he'd have fucking 20 restaurants around the area on
You want
notice.
to talk about real plug-ola? I fuck around and fool around with it here and make fun of it. Rocco was all in with plug-ola.
Oh, yeah.
He had every restaurant on speed dial, and he would pick a different restaurant every night, and it would be a huge buffet. And we didn't complain because when we were staying late back in the days when we used to stay after our radio show.
What?
And get our work done. Then we'd go back in the studio and have a little nice food.
Yeah, well,
thanks to
thank the
Rocco.
Ramada Inn for coming in.
They bring chafing dishes and fucking just all kinds of food. And it wasn't even in the studio because it was so much shit. They used to go into the conference room and set it up on those giant conference tables. It was like a fucking buffet.
What time was he? Oh, you guys were, what time?
3 to 7.
Well, what time was he on?
7.
7 at midnight.
I thought he was a morning guy, Rocco.
No.
No, Rocco was, no. Yeah. Oh. No, Hillman was the morning.
Well, what was Scorch on?
Scorch was on before Rocco.
So he was
Scorch?
Rocco replaced Scorch.
Oh, you replaced him?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. When we first got there, Scorch was after us.
Yep.
And we absolutely got along with Scorch and liked him. We ended up liking Rocco as well, but we were bummed to see Scorch go.
He's the man.
And I think he was the one that told us, well, Dave told me on pizza he's looking for hamburgers.
Yeah, you told the story.
I'm going to go find some of that Lake's Pizza now. Good luck to you guys.
He went to
And Rocco, with the famous TV incident, which we haven't talked about in a while, Ant was always into technology, always getting the latest gadgets, even back then. And he would have a tiny little TV so we could kind of watch the local news or whatever the fuck while we're doing our radio show. Now we got, wow, we've come a long way. We got 8 TVs in here now.
Fucking 9-inch portable television.
Because we didn't have a TV in that studio.
No.
And we always thought, look, we should have some kind of TV on constantly because we'll play off that, which we do to this day.
Right.
So Ant brought in a tiny little, portable TV to set up every day.
Yeah, and Rocco would always have like I said, chafing dishes, and then he'd have like fucking shrimp cocktail on ice in a big bus tray, like a bus tray full of fucking ice with fucking like shrimp in it
for a nighttime radio show.
Yes,
every
he was eating
night.
like a king.
He didn't give a crap. He couldn't even focus on his show until he had his order in for the night.
So fucking one of the dummies that worked for him took my little TV and put it aside with everything else, but put it on top of the ice that was in one of the bus trays.
Which makes sense at first.
Set it on top of there.
Yeah.
And left.
Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, you can figure out what's going to happen. The fucking ice melts, and then when we come in, there's a bus tray full of water with my TV in it.
Floating.
Yeah.
Did that TV ever work again? I forget.
I think it did.
I think it dried out and it was all right.
poured out the water and then let it dry for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paulie walked out on the show once.
Oh.
And one time he got really pissed off and walked out on the show. I just remembered because Scorch, whenever he would go to an event that he had to dress up for, he would wear like red or yellow or purple suits.
Oh God!
Like he had a purple suit, the kind of suit like a black guy would wear in like '93,
making some noise.
Right. He was in showbiz though, man.
Right, like a wrestling suit.
I
Like
understand.
this,
He's in showbiz.
So, Paulie went on the air and was busting his balls for it and said, "That's a black man suit. What are you doing wearing a black man suit?" And Scorch is like, "There's nothing black about that suit. That's not a black man suit." And Paulie goes, "Only black people wear that suit." And Scorch would go, "There's a lot of white people wear suits like that." And Paulie would go, Paulie said, "No, name one white person other than you that wears those suits." And Scorch goes, "No, the problem is, obviously, you're racist."
He's racist?
Paulie went, "What?" And Scorch said, "Yeah, you're obviously racist." And Paulie said, "You can't call me racist on the air."
Oh, shit.
And Scorch goes, "Well, what you said is very racist. You're racist."
Where's the nice guy part of Scorch? Where is it?
Jimmy's still trying
You've
to figure
said
it
not
out.
one thing that made me think he's a nice guy.
It's true.
Paulie almost...
You had to be around him.
He almost cursed on the air.
Right.
As soon as they went to commercial break, he threw his headphones across the room and said, "You can't call me a racist on the air," and walked out.
How long was Paulie doing radio before he met Scorch?
He was doing nights before he met Scorch and said he was doing pretty well. He's probably doing, 6 or 7 years.
Oh, so he was like a legit radio guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And he didn't know Scorch stunk when he hooked up with him?
It was the morning show, so it was like...
But no, that's the thing. Like, he tricks everyone. No one knows that he actually stinks. He's got passion for radio, and he comes up with all these bits. And
when you talk to him...
And he's never not worked. He's been working ever since we left.
Right. He always finds a job.
Always.
And he's always hustling.
Right.
And when you talk to him,
he's a
got
good
all these
bullshitter.
ideas. I mean, he told me, he guaranteed me that he'd be on XM satellite radio within 3 months. The first time I met him.
Right. Yeah.
I actually should be on XM within 3 months, so maybe if this works out, you can come with me. Okay, cool. And then 3 months later, he's like, "It's actually looking more like Christmas." And then,
it just goes away. Yeah.
Is he still in radio? He's doing TV now, too. So
right.
Fuck's
what great bullshitter.
Was there ever a moment where you thought, like, wow, this guy's going to take me? Like, when you first went there, did you ever think, like, man, this guy might be the legit?
No.
Not even the first?
No. I think I could see where somebody would, but I think being around this show and you guys, I was pessimistic and my bullshit meter was on all the time.
I had no idea
know.
you were here before Scorch. I always thought you were there first.
No, I was here.
Fuck, man.
I was here before Scorch, and then I went back and interned for him for a year.
Because occasionally we would get updates from Sam.
That's right.
He would call.
We were so
the show.
excited.
Yeah,
when
as
we
a matter
found
of
out.
fact,
And he'd give us Scorch updates.
I told Scorch it would be a good idea. He had the original Oompa Loompas on his show, and I told him it'd be a great crossover idea.
Right.
If he called O&A.
And we did,
remember that.
Yeah.
And he called you guys, and I was there with him, and you Ramoned the Oompa Loompas.
That's right. Is that worth replaying?
It was really funny. They were horrified.
Can we replay that? If we can find it?
I don't remember the jokes, but I remember that phone call.
Yeah, I mean, they were the original. He was like, hello, fellas, and then you started.
I don't remember Ramon him.
Is E-Rock there, or is he helping Sal with a phone call?
Oh,
E-Rock, do you have that?
I'm looking for it.
Okay. I don't remember that at all. I just remember, I didn't know you went with us at that point. Fuck.
Yeah, I was in Syracuse on the other end of the phone.
Was Scorch on with us?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
I gotta hear it too.
But we weren't respectful to the Oompas?
Yeah, and then you'll hear in the clip, you started cursing, and he goes, "Oop, gotta dump out that." Right. Except he was lying. He wasn't on the air.
Oh, that's right.
He was making it up. He
It's
just
all
wanted-
coming back to me now.
And then you were like, "Are you in trouble?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't care." But it's because he wasn't on the air.
He was taping it.
Yeah, he was taping it while the songs were playing.
Did he ever play it, you think?
No.
I bet horribly edited or never played it right.
'Cause his thing would be like, he wouldn't want to give you guys the shine.
Right.
He was like, I'm kind of doing my Scorch thing right now. That's
More
it.
of the nice guy Scorch thing.
Yeah. I've seen again, if I met him, I might like him. I've seen not or heard one bit of evidence that he's a nice guy.
It's just kind of like
Sam
a
nailed
lovable...
it. He's a hustler.
He's a hustler.
He's definitely a hustler.
I respect that.
But he's like kind of like a lovable, just...
He almost feels bad.
Yeah.
Sorry for him.
Like, let him fucking get one over.
Yeah, like he can't help himself.
Rooting for the underdog.
You want him to get one over on everybody because he's always trying to get one over, and he just never quite gets over, but spins that story so it sounds like what worked out was his initial intention.
Right. Like Ralph Cramden.
Yeah.
Yes. I gotta bring up my good points, like this one, sweetest guy in the world.
I think I said before, he's honest to God, the closest human I've ever met to David Brent from The Office. He is the radio version of that.
And you can't hate him, obviously.
No, that's what I'm saying. David Brent is like not a nice guy.
You can't hate David Brent, and he's not a nice guy. That's a great way to put it.
You're like, oh man,
it's so hard to explain it.
You understand the desperation driving what's happening. It's not,
but he'll never admit it.
Right. Because he probably doesn't know it.
Because the lack of self-awareness, which I
Right.
go back to.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, he is. He's David Brent in radio.
There's been a rape up there.
You almost want to hug him. You almost want to just give him a hug.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Come here, Scorch. Oh.
You say come here, fatty?
No, buddy.
I
said.
think you said fatty.
Scorch is not overweight.
He's not, right?
Do we have that clip, E-Rock? That might be a tough one to find today, huh?
I don't know. Should be in
Can you just
worship.
look up Ramon?
Oompa Loompas?
Yeah, I found the Scorch call, but I was isolating the actual Ramon call from that.
Listen, shouldn't you hear the call? Tell me what he says.
How long is the whole thing?
The whole thing is like over 8 minutes, but I'm just getting right to to the Ramon
What else are we
call.
doing?
Love to hear it.
I mean, after all this Scorch stuff, to hear
us interacting with Scorch.
Yeah, just start it up. If
It's like
it sucks,
the
it
Flintstones
sucks.
and the Jetsons.
Right. We don't have ratings. Who cares?
No.
We don't-
What year was this?
We don't have a boss. We have nothing.
2005.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
8 years ago.
8 fucking years ago.
8 years.
This was early on in the satellite days.
It's probably like September, October of 2005.
November of 2005.
November, yeah.
So what are we in now? We're in April of 13?
7.5 years ago.
God damn.
7, whatever.
Amazing.
All right. Yeah, just push play. Let's see what this is all about.
All right, 1 second. This was when I still looked like a kid.
Oh, yeah. You're a little baby face. Now look at you.
Yeah, just a wreck.
It's 5
Now
o'clock
you're
shadow
finished.
at fucking 7 a.m.
No, it kind of creepy.
Come and gone.
Oh, I love Sam looking at his fucking youth in the rearview mirror.
That's it for that.
It was nice, right?
Yeah, I hope I made the most of it.
It was fun.
All right, let's hear this. There you are.
Let's say hi to Scorch in Syracuse.
What's up, boys?
The kingdom of nakedness.
Militia.
It's the naked militia now, Opie. No, it'll always be known as the kingdom of nakedness.
Naked militia. He's upgraded.
What's up, guys?
You're a hamburger, right? No, you're pizza?
No, I'm pizza. I was saying, no, you're hamburger. You're the best. Well, I forgot already. I'm hamburger. Yeah, I think I might have been pizza, but they wanted burgers.
They wanted
but I was
but
the
he's
best pizza man in the business.
Best pizza ever, but they wanted hamburgers.
And you know what? God damn it, I still am.
Scorch is a friend of the show and has always been a friend of the show.
Always been.
He wasn't an enemy that turned into a friend or
Never.
a friend that turned into an enemy. He's been a friend that continues to be a friend.
Yes.
That's nice. Are you going to sing a Clarence Clemens song to me now? Maybe you're a friend of mine.
That's terrific.
We couldn't wait to pounce. We didn't even give him a
God.
chance.
One joke.
One bad
And
joke.
you used every sound effect and
We couldn't wait.
just killed him.
But that was literally sound clips that could have been played this morning or fucking yesterday.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
it was great.
God, our voices sound a little weird, though. Strange.
Yeah.
Is the processing different back then?
There wasn't any.
Maybe
Is that what that is?
Yeah, XM didn't believe in it, remember?
No,
right.
I thought it was hope.
Yeah, there's a bit of there's some excitement in our voices.
I heard enthusiasm.
That's what it was. There's an ounce of enthusiasm in your voices, which is weird.
Yeah, it is strange to hear.
Nice. Are you going to sing a Clarence Clemens song to me now? Maybe you're a friend of mine.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Scorch does mornings in Syracuse.
Yeah, where are you, Scorch?
Going down the toilet after that. Thanks.
What station?
Rock 105, The Dog.
The Dog.
Rock
The
105,
Dog.
Of course, the Naked Militia as well. Sign up for that. Talk to these Oompa Loompas because they're very cool.
You got Oompa Loompas in the studio?
I've got the original Oompa Loompas, Malcolm and Rusty.
Are you sure they're real Oompa Loompas? Because we know that there were a couple of imposters out there.
No, these guys are real. They
Like Wizard of Oz midgets. They run around saying that they're Wizard of Oz midgets when they're really not.
No, these guys are Oompa Loompas. They are original Willy Wonka midgets. So why don't you talk to them? Say hey to them.
How old are they now?
How old are you guys?
Well, good morning. How are you?
Oh, they're from England. too,
My
aren't
name
they?
is Rusty, and I was an original Oompa Loompa, and I'm just over 50 years of age, and I've got Malcolm Dixon here. Say hello.
Could you
How are you?
Could you sing us a piece of the Oompa Loompa
Oh,
song?
that'd be
Our
great.
audience would love
yeah.
The song? Okay. Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Doo, I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Dee, say hello to Opie and Anthony.
Oh, look at that.
Wait a sec, man. I didn't get one of those on my show.
Scorch doesn't rhyme with Opie and Anthony.
I hated it.
I thought it was kind of cute because it was like I actually had no idea you were going to do that. So what do you guys do now besides like just kind of just tour and stuff like that?
Jimmy's already
for an
laughing.
event in Auburn at
No one cares.
We're going to meet two Munchkins and.
Oh, there's still Munchkins alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
two of them, and
Speaking of the Munchkins, I gotta tell the gang here on our show. David Spade's new show on Comedy Central, Showbiz.
Yeah. Oh, my
he
God.
played some audio clips of the Munchkins talking.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we got to get the audio.
Really?
Yeah, they did a whole press tour where they were on GMA and all this. Oh, are you guys live with us?
No, we ain't.
Oh, you had to dump
Oh, I
out?
didn't know we were like simulcasting today, Scorch. You guys
Sorry, Scorch.
No, that's okay. What the fuck do I care?
No,
Oh,
you
was I
can't.
live just then? I'm sorry. No.
All right, just tell us not to
Taping
curse.
it.
Are we live in Syracuse?
No, yeah, you are, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh,
No,
I'm sorry. You
that was a lie?
Man, it's
Yes.
all
He's
good.
lying.
Hell, I don't have a license after today anyway.
No, this is satellite radio. We can curse and stuff. That's why satellite radio much cooler than commercial radio.
That's why I'm coming to XM starting January. Oh, did I let that slip out?
Whoa!
All right, pause. Just pause. There's too much going on here.
Oh, did I let that slip out?
Do you see the David Brent a little bit?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, did I let that
So-
slip out?
Two lies there. We weren't live in Syracuse that day.
No, definitely not. I remember
And,
specifically.
Scorch did not have a deal with XM.
Because
Not
I
even
remember,
close.
because I remember thinking, like that was kind of I'd only known him for a few months, and I remember thinking, why did he just say we were live? We're not live. Why would he say that? Just
Well, he
now?
said no, yeah. Like he lied
Yeah.
and then just
Yeah.
told the truth and lied.
Because
Yeah.
it's dangerous.
Yeah, and then I was
Scorch
like,
likes to be dangerous.
and then he said he's coming to XM, and that would have been January 2006.
Right. How much more time on this phone call?
You still have almost 5 minutes.
All right, keep playing it. Let's see where it goes.
Stuff. That's why satellite radio much cooler than commercial radio.
That's why I'm coming to XM starting January. Oh, did I let that slip out?
Whoa. Are you really?
We'll talk. Anyway, what else is going on? Talk to these guys.
God, I
Finish
hope
this up,
not.
'cause I gotta go.
What's that, Scorch?
Need the kingdom of nakedness on this fine platform.
Naked militia.
Naked militia.
You want to talk to the Oompa Loompas?
Yeah, the Oompa Loompas. Actually, we have a lot of people calling in that wanted to talk with the Oompa Loompas.
No. Yes. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, one of which we got Steve. Is that Steve?
Yeah, we got Steve on the phone.
We're national, so we're all over, and this call is coming from Yellowstone.
Yes, he's a big fan of the movie, so let's talk to Steve. See if I can make this work here. Steve, you there?
Oh my God! Hello. Hi. Are these guys really? Are you guys imposters or are you for real?
We are for real.
We are for real,
And you can come and see us in Auburn, New York. You can come and touch us if you like.
I am.
And I'm just talking to the chicks there.
I am actually a very big fan. Oh my God! Are you the only two Oompa Loompas, or are there more?
There are 3 guys still alive. And then there's one girl. In fact, she lives in a twilight home in England.
Ramon! Kill these green-haired little savages!
Hey,
Ramon! Bring me a spoiled family photograph!
What about the orange face?
Ramon! Drown these two like the Smith children! Hey, guys, I gotta go. Ramon! Bring me a singing piece of shit! You're still live in Syracuse,
Steve!
I'm sorry,
Steve, I gotta apologize for Steve from Yellowstone. He's very inappropriate, and he is not for broadcast radio with his language.
That's right.
Horrid.
Hey, guys, I'm glad I could hook you up with the Oompa Loompas, but I gotta run and do a show and get no ratings.
Okay, Scorch.
We'll talk soon, man.
Ruined family photograph. My favorite.
Wow. That was it? Pretty much.
Oh, that was fucking
holy fuck.
Many years
Jimmy.
ago, 7.5 years ago.
Amazing.
Oh, is that funny? Ramon, you wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys.
And that would be a great example of what I want us to have on iTunes. I guess we're still in the talking stage. We have so many years of material that we'll never get, on this channel.
I never would have thought of that again if we didn't.
Yeah, I forgot all about it. And I went to these dummies down the hall. I said, look, we need to be in the iTunes/podcast world. I get that you don't want to put the current shit up there. That's a conflict of interest. But we have all these years of archived stuff that is just sitting there that we really can't do much with. We could pull out a piece every once in a while like we did today. Yeah. So I said, look, an hour a week of just classic O&A up on iTunes and with a little mention that we're still doing it and we're on Sirius XM. And we're still talking about it.
It's sludge.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. How great would that be?
It will never change.
Just a quick hour.
Quick fucking best of bits from all over the place. Once
a week, that's it.
Shit,
people would fucking eat that shit up. And then, you would probably turn people onto the current show. Yeah. They're still in the talk stage for that as well.
Of course.
That's why I at this point, I barely say hi to the radio wizard. Barely. I couldn't even look him in the eye yesterday when I was leaving. I didn't even know he was on vacation last week.
Yeah, he's gone all week last week.
I had no idea.
The whole week, yeah.
I swear I had no idea.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, I think.
But whatever. Sorry. I didn't mean to bitch, but that's a perfect example of what we want right there. How great was that call?
Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
With Jimmy doing the Ramon. And then it's part of a little hour podcast, classic O&A, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
You could touch us, too, if you're the chicks.
Those guys are pretty good sports about it, though.
They were cool.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, if anybody...
touch a midget.
I know, exactly. With my bumper, I do.
If anybody knows about sludge, though, it's obviously Scorch. He was supposed to be here from all the way back in 2006.
Remember?
Yeah. We'll let that slip.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll talk, will we?
We'll talk.
Oh, it wasn't true.
No!
All right. Now I'm
bumping me up to the main office. Oh, what did I say? Oh, no. Like, that's a typical David Brent thing. Yes. It really is.
Is that true? Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll talk.
At the party when the guy Malcolm calls him out and goes, I heard it was because you failed your physical. Oh, yeah, I failed my physical. Like, he just told the truth but acted like he was lying.
Oh, he's so sad.
All right.
I'm going to eat my sandwich.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
No matter what you are, I will always be with you. Doesn't matter what you do, girl, we'll go with you. No matter what you do.
It's like Groundhog Day.
This is Badfinger, right?
Yeah, this is Badfinger. Fur.
Want to know why we're playing Badfinger today?
I'm guessing some kind of anniversary.
Very good. Remember Peter Ham?
Peter Ham.
He's the lead singer.
Was he the singer? Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's dead.
What?
Yeah, he died.
When did that happen?
Oh, a long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did he die?
Hung himself.
What?
He was 27.
Oh, that's a shame.
Another rocker that was 27 when he died.
Yeah?
Yep.
How long ago?
Back on this date in 1975.
On this date?
Yep.
In 1975.
You know, Paul McCartney had something to do with this band.
Really?
Yeah. I believe the only band that was signed to Apple Records.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I've heard that the manager took all their money.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And the band was pretty fucking desperate.
Yeah.
And enough of that horse shit.
Well, by now you've probably seen and heard the tape. A local anchor, his first day anchoring in the studio, and then he was fired for accidentally cursing on air. Well, this morning, AJ Clemente is in our studios to talk about how it happened, when he realized what he said had gone over the air, and what he's planning to do now. 7:30 now on a Wednesday morning. It's the 24th of April, 2013. I'm Savannah Guthrie along.
Savannah Guthrie stinks.
Savannah Guthrie.
Yeah, they're getting their asses handed to them by everybody at this point. The Today Show is on the decline. Stupid George Stephanopoulos. They're kicking their ass.
Wow.
Yeah, Matt Lauer just, I don't know.
People started hating him for some reason.
Everyone's starting to hate Matt Lauer.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yep.
He's glib.
But they're going to have AJ Clemente on. We were close to getting him, and then we lost out to TV again.
Yeah.
TV's just glamorous for these fucking guys.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
It is.
They got Bublé, too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Tomorrow on Today, I'm going to have a live interview with former President George W. Bush and his wife, Laura.
Oh, well.
Hey. You guys miss me? You guys miss me yet?
We get him. Have Roland.
I bet you do.
Oh, yeah. Let's get... you guys want that George W. Bush?
Why not?
You
We had the other guy on, the fucking lizard guy.
On the phone.
Yeah, so...
Rummy.
Yeah, we had Rummy. That's pretty close to Bush. Here she is.
BC's Kristen Dahlgren.
All right, well.
Who is she?
She's that fucking...
She's the broad from
Amanda
Spain.
Knox.
Oh, she's pretty.
From Italy.
Well, that's some B-roll.
Oh.
That's many years ago.
Is that okay?
A few years ago now, anyway. Oh, well, no, there's a current picture of her. She's still beautiful.
She had that weird little thing on her lip. I'd kiss it away right away.
Would you?
I'd kiss that right away.
Yeah, that Amanda Knox is pretty cute. Girl next door look-ish.
Yeah.
I guess they have an article in People magazine. AJ Clemente had something going on with his lip, too. You see that? Was that a stress cold sore?
Man.
Can we play the tape again, please? I'm just one guy. You want to hear it again?
I love it.
Of course.
All right. We have to play it again. This fucking guy is classic. He's going to end up doing very well.
I don't know. You think
he's going to be on Letterman? He's going to be on the Today Show. He's going to be on MSNBC all this morning.
Is that going to get him a gig, you think?
I think it leads to something, yes. I don't know what yet.
Here's why it's smart, because he'll show people that he's a fun guy. He's not a bum. He just made a mistake.
It all depends how he handles himself today on these big interviews. You know what I mean?
Fucking horrible racism and curses would be great.
How are they going to handle it on the Today Show? Okay, be careful. You're live right now.
That's what he's
Okay,
saying.
hey. I don't know. Should we... Just want to remind you, your mic's on.
Oh, I'm sure that. Oh, God, I bet they do that.
That's why I want to see this.
Look out. Oh, boy.
Oh, we don't know what he's going to say.
You're watching the Evening Sunday on NBC North Dakota News, your news leader in high definition.
Gay fucking shit.
Good evening, I'm Van Q. You may have seen our newest report, AJ, on NBC North Dakota News, and will be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
Okay, well, we'll cover
Fatal ATV crash happened yesterday
being in from
That could be better than the actual gay fucking shit.
Used to being in from
the East
Coast.
He sounds like Bob Goldthwait when he starts to explain, like, he just is so panic-stricken.
Yeah, I can't wait
He
to
really is a panicky
see how he handles himself. They're doing the weather. Are they going to go right to him, you think? He was on the couch.
Oh, look out. Make sure his mic is off. Oh, boy.
We're going to put you on delay.
Let's see.
How great would it be if he cursed again?
Oh, God. Hey, you fucking assholes. How you doing?
Or if he said, like, hey, how you making out? And he's like, I'm a cunt hair away from getting a new job.
That would rule.
You know how bad the Today Show has gotten? I just saw Al Roker. He's outside doing the weather.
Yeah.
That plaza used to be packed with people.
Yeah.
It's very sparse out there now.
It's fucking freezing out, too.
Is it cold again today?
Ridiculous. Enough with this cold.
Got some showers. What are you talking about? Is today Wednesday? We're going to get up to 72.
Are we?
That's nice.
Is it
I have my
Wednesday?
big coat.
It's Wednesday, right?
I swear I thought it was Tuesday.
I've got my big jacket. Oh, no.
Oh.
Ooh, you're big.
On cable or weather.com online.
Look, there's no one out there.
All right, Al, thank you very much. And now to an emotional reunion that's tied to that tragedy in Boston.
Oh.
A 20-year-old college student getting the chance to thank the individuals.
Oh, God.
They love squeaking these out.
I said that because I wanted to see AJ.
His name is not really AJ Clemente.
What is it?
Alexander Barrero.
Alexander Barrero.
All right.
I guess AJ Clemente is more
that's
hip.
more of a news name.
Yeah, he got the news name without fucking being able to do the news.
He's obviously not the smartest guy in the world, though, because, like, if his old tweets, his emails on like his personal emails, he posted his flight itinerary for a trip he took a couple months ago.
Right.
Why?
I don't look.
Who wants to see that?
It's all his flight information in his email and like.
He's not a smart guy. Huh?
Maybe he didn't mean to post that, did he?
Yeah, he did.
This
He
guy's
wrote,
in.
Holy crap! I just booked my Euro trip. I'm so excited.
Is he flying coach?
Yeah, economy.
Of course.
All right, we're kind of waiting for this AJ Clemente. I think it'll be funny to
This guy
watch.
carried this fucking girl, and she's all emotional now. Oh, look at that.
A lot of stories coming out of Boston.
A lot of stories.
Stories.
Coming out of Boston. Ow.
Yep.
Well,
My
got her feet.
My brother's brother-in-law was there that day. Just finished too.
Oh yeah.
He's traumatized. Nothing happened to him, but he's just like fucking freaked out. And he's a cop. He's a cop that ran the Boston Marathon. My brother's brother-in-law, and he finished at 4:07, like just a mere 2 minutes before the blast.
Ooh.
I don't have much there. I'm just saying, but he was just traumatized, even just being in the area.
I guess they're saying these guys, the White House is saying no ties.
No
ties, but oh boy.
They followed InfoWars. That's coming out.
Really? Or is that something that the government is doing to discredit Alex Jones?
Oh, is that what Alex was saying?
Of course he'll say that.
He'll spin it?
Yeah. I mean, InfoWars isn't exactly, I don't know, Al-Qaeda material.
Right.
And then this guy, he goes to Russia, and then he comes back, and they totally drop the ball. And that guy, what's that Napolitano guy? Said that apparently his name was spelled differently when he came back. Like it was an error on the ticket or that thing. So they missed the whole thing.
They fucked up.
It's like, how do you fucking... So all terrorists have to do is change a letter in their name and,
That's it?
And they'll get through and...
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's a guy in our gym who sits there.
Yeah, list of gyms.
I got a new guy we got to talk about too, by the way. But
This guy you probably
just
seen.
reminded me of him.
He babbles. Like, he's a really nice guy and he's not creepy. But like, I'm afraid I say hi to him, but he just fucking he yaps so much that I'll actually just politely I walk away while he's talking. Or take care, man. And he just goes, okay. I
don't know him.
You've seen him.
Oh,
and he was yapping about this yesterday, about the
We
Russians.
got a second chance in the business. We're going to talk to AJ Clemente about that. And then...
they're going to tease it for a while. Sorry, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, that's
I
all.
thought he was going live.
He was talking about this Russian situation, how he didn't think it was tied into anything. I'm like, A, I don't agree, but B, I don't give a shit what he thinks.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Who are you? In your underwear.
Well, me and Jimmy walked into the locker room yesterday. We started giggling like little fucking schoolgirls again because that guy.
Wee-wee out?
That guy again.
He was in his underwear yesterday.
He was just in his underwear standing there with this horrendous body just waiting for someone he can talk to naked.
To take his underwear off?
Yeah, because the black guy wasn't there yet. Because we saw the back of this guy with just his underpants on, so we both assumed that the black guy was he was facing the black guy, but he wasn't.
Oh.
So he wasn't able to talk about the Knicks yesterday. He was talking to some other guy. But there's another guy I forgot to mention was Vain Leg Guy.
Oh, God, I was talking. Oh, my God.
Vain Leg Guy.
Yeah.
We haven't brought him up yet.
Vain Leg Guy.
He's got the most horrendous veiny legs. It's creepy. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I've never
Obviously,
seen
he's got
that.
some kind of an issue or a problem. And he is always in the locker room. He's not nude, but he always has his underpants up way too high as well. So
what the fuck is going on in this locker room?
And he's got these horrendously veiny legs. The veins are like way popped out. Almost
like
all of them are
varicose veins.
I get they're
not even varicose. They're like veins.
I would have said that. I don't know what it is. I think it's way worse than that.
I think he pulls trains for a living. That's what he does. He's a fucking train puller. But he looks old school. He's probably like 60. I mean, he's much older than he looks.
Yeah.
He's probably 65 or 70 years old.
Fucking just kick your ass.
Yeah.
Though.
He's old school.
Very intimidating. But he wears his underpants a little too high. And then he's got these legs that, I don't know, the veins are really just completely popping out. And hundreds of them.
Garden hose, yeah.
It's not just a little bit. And they're all tangled. And it's, oh, my God.
It's obviously, he's probably a marathon runner or something with his legs or, you know.
No,
he's an old school guy.
That's some kind of disease.
You think it's a condition or something?
Yeah, that's a condition. It has to be.
Love to slice one with a razor.
Oh, my God.
Oh, ow.
Oh.
They're just pumping out. Yeah.
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 I always see him after his workout. But you know he's a powerful guy because he wears the two colored shirts, like the white cuff and the fucking blue. Like the guys who always have fucking like $6 million a year jobs wear these type of shirts.
Right.
So he's got whatever he is, he's probably a CEO somewhere.
It's just funny.
And the OCD guy I see too, the guy who takes hours to get ready to leave.
Yeah, we talked about him.
Yeah, he's not gay, I don't think. He's just a regular dude.
He's dressed perfectly, but he primps the entire time. Like we'll go in the locker room, get ready, and by the time we come back an hour later, whatever the fuck, he's still getting his
wow.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
But he's not creepy. I've talked to him. He's not fucking, he's not seedy. He's just...
I have never in my life wanted to spend a fraction of a second longer in a locker room.
We
than
get
I have
excited
to.
now.
Right.
We get excited.
Do you?
Yeah. When me and Jimmy walk in, we're both secretly hoping we're going to see some of the characters.
The celebrities.
Look, the celebrities.
The locker room celebrities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Locker room celebrities. New bit.
That fucking guy, when I walk in and see him naked, it just makes me laugh every time. And he's always talking sports to different people. Like, not even to just the black guy. He'll talk to other guys about sports.
Naked.
Oh, he's great. Totally nude.
It's wonderful.
That's some kind of fetish, yeah.
Wonderful.
It is.
That's a fetish.
It's
that
wonderful.
You don't just converse naked to everybody.
No, man.
That's not something
with
you
a
do.
tiny, horrible... If he had a giant dick, I would almost understand it like he's a show-off.
He loves the humiliation.
Yeah, or maybe he's gay and he wants to... But when your cock is that small, like, I don't care what your orientation is, who do you want to see that?
That's a humiliation thing, definitely.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, guess who I finally saw naked by accident?
Uh-oh.
The fucking... the black dude, not that... The one who's, like, kind of, like, helped train everybody. He's in the best shape of anybody in there.
Oh, right. He's built like a fucking rock
He got
wall.
a giant cock.
Oh, my God. I fucking was uncomfortable. It was a half-second
in your
glimpse.
ass. Yeah.
No, but I just walk. I always say hi to him because again, he'll talk to anybody and he'll give you training tips. Like he's a really nice dude. But it was fucking uncomfortable.
Mandingo.
Here we go. Clemente making what he called a rookie mistake. That's his own admission during his first night as a news anchor.
NBC North Dakota News, your news leader in high definition.
Gay.
Good evening, I'm Van Q. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
AJ is with us exclusively. If you can't tell, he is a great sport. Good morning to you, AJ.
Hi, AJ. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I know you've seen that clip a couple of times, and then about 10 times just this morning since we've been good enough to play it for you over and over again. What did you think when you first saw it?
When I first saw the clip, it was, gut-wrenching. I didn't even know I said it on camera until my news director walked in on the third break.
So that's a long time to go without realizing that you had dropped those words. Go back to the beginning of the tape. The show is coming on the air. What were you doing? What caused those words to come out of your mouth?
It's inexcusable first to even say those words.
Oh, good.
But I was looking down. I'm going over my script. Van, my co-anchor, happens to be looking at the camera, and she noticed the red light comes on. We actually came on 30 seconds early.
He's got dry.
I'm going on, the London Marathon is my second story. There is literally 3 names I don't know how to pronounce at all.
So you're trying to pronounce them, you're practicing them. As you kept messing them up, you got frustrated, thinking you still had time before you went on the air, and that's when that stuff came out of your mouth.
Fireball shot came right out of my mouth.
Just so people understand, I mean, you didn't have anybody.
I just got that.
You didn't have anybody cueing you, and you didn't have an earpiece. So for those who are just watching it, just to take them inside the moment, there's a reason you really didn't know you were on the air.
Exactly. I had no clue. No IFB, which would be an earpiece for those not in the business.
Like
no cue, no countdown, except in the master control. But we didn't have an earpiece. I was too, 3 weeks into the job. They didn't mold me for one. Van forgot hers in the car. It was a big storm of everything that made me share.
As I think most people know by now, AJ, the station let you go, and I think to tell people what kind of guy you are, you have absolutely no animosity toward the station.
No, I fully expected, that they would fire me, and I even called my news director after and apologized again.
You think they did what they had to do?
They did. They did. No animosity at all.
Are you hoping someone somewhere, though, gives you a second chance?
Because you got a great resume.
Definitely. I'm, looking forward, moving forward. You got to have a tough skin in this business, and it's good to laugh at yourself.
And we should mention you are a reporter. You can shoot, you can edit, and we know you have a way with words. So if anybody's watching, we think AJ, a second chance would be a great thing.
I just want to mention real quickly, there had been reports that you used the word gay. That is not correct. You were trying to pronounce the name of the winner of that marathon, which is Segay.
You are better at saying it than I am.
Okay, so I just want to make sure people don't think that's true. The other words were enough.
Definitely, I would never use that slur.
Of course.
I definitely want to make
faggot.
sure people know that.
I call them
CSers. Chances, so we'll give you one right now. We normally go to commercial at this point, but AJ Clemente, take it away.
Please fuck it up.
We'll reveal People Magazine's pick for the most beautiful women in the world, and a new way to drink beer, a bow tie shaped can, right after this.
I'll buy you a beer, AJ. Way to go.
It's terrible.
He's awful.
He really is bad.
Terrible.
North Dakota should rehire him.
Dude, they should
that would be the move.
absolutely rehire
That would
him.
be the move. They would get huge ratings in that fucking city.
And I like the fact, the one thing I'll say for Lauer, I like the fact that he said that he wasn't trying to slam gay people, that he was pronouncing the name.
Right,
I like that he did that for him.
Yeah.
They treated him well. Good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Dude, they should rehire him and go, we believe everybody deserves a second chance.
That would be a good one, yeah.
And you know what? He has a legit case, like none of the fucking mics being on.
Yeah.
Like, and her not having her
They didn't have
earpiece
the
and him not
earpiece
having one. And
yeah.
He'll get another job. It's obvious.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
It's obvious. Someone will take a chance with him. He's not
Fucking
that
small
good.
market. He's not good. That's
He had
what it
dry
is.
mouth. You hear that?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's really not all that good.
Dude, it was terrible.
Yeah.
His mouth was dry.
Well, there he goes.
Well, he's a block away. Let's get him.
Yeah.
What's he doing right now?
Yeah, he'd probably get lost on the way over.
Oh, turn it back to MSNBC. He's going to be on there. Yeah. Yeah, I want to hear all his interviews.
I know. He's going to say the same shit over and over.
I know.
But he's
Yeah,
bashing
dude.
the last people.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, a bunch of assholes. That Matt Lauer's a cunt.
Yeah.
Did you see that fucking... There's a video that I saw yesterday. It's so ridiculous, but it was hilarious. The cat in the shark suit sitting on a Roomba chasing around a duckling. It's ridiculous.
I got to see this. Oh, he has like a...
Yeah. Look, the cat's wearing... He's sitting on a Roomba chasing a duckling. And the cat just sits on the Roomba as it drives around the floor. It hits the wall and changes direction. Dude, it's hilarious.
They're just walking together.
And then later on, there's a dog in a hammerhead shark suit that is sitting around with him. Look at the cat, loves it. He just cruises around on this thing.
How
and
cute
the
is
duck
the duck?
follows him.
The duck is very cute. They're just walking around, hanging out.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
That's adorable.
That's all it takes to go viral? Yes. That's what it takes, Hope. Look at it. It's so cute.
Yeah, that is kind of cute. Wouldn't it be funny if you pull back and you see the cat's feet are nailed to it?
That's it. It just does this the whole time, and it's a
that duck rules.
Relatively long. I know the duckling is following around the cat in the shark suit on the Roomba, and then look, the dog with the hammerhead. He doesn't look happy.
No, he feels like a dick.
Yeah,
Look at the
he
cat.
feels-
The
cat's not happy
staring.
They feel silly because they both want to kill the duck.
Yeah. And then he ends it with them just like the animals just looking around in these suits.
Is that a pit bull?
It looks like it, yeah.
That looks like, of the blue variety. The one that fucking Burr has. I don't know.
He has a blue pit bull?
Blue nose or
It's
something.
fucking funny.
Look at the duck.
little animals are just hanging out.
I never knew ducks were that fucking kitchen friendly.
He's purring, and then he's got a bunch of other videos.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Cat on
Max
the
the
Roomba.
Roomba cat.
Roomba cat.
What I was going to say, yeah. When we talk about these videos, you just go to our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can see them.
Sure.
Indeed.
That's our visual element.
Like it's
I guess.
1996.
Yeah, just join our Facebook page, please. Thank you.
So, by the way, finally went down to the studio, got everything rehooked up for Live from the Compound.
What?
Did like a 20-minute test last night. I didn't know either. Like, apparently, Ustream sends out an email when I log on live. So I'm just testing things out. I'm like, check, check, check. And the phones start ringing. People get in the chat room. I'm like, oh, I guess I should do a few minutes.
I didn't know you were down.
Yeah, I had stripped out a lot of the stuff from the studio.
Why?
During the power outage, I had to scavenge for all kinds of stuff from Superstorm Sandy. So I threw it all back together again last night, and
you haven't.
It looks and sounds fucking great.
How long has it been?
Since Sandy. Since
October.
Superstorm Sandy.
October-ish, right?
Was
6
that October?
months.
Wow.
You've been down 6 months.
That was October?
Very end of October.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
End of
Probably 6
October.
months. Yeah. All back together, though. It was,
October.
It was cool. Took a lot of calls from fucking all over the country. I took like a shitload of calls from people all over the fucking country. It was amazing.
What are you, Scorch?
Fucking great. Yeah, all over the country.
Did this actually happen?
Going
or
everywhere.
Was this in your mind?
No.
I got emails.
Actually, I posted a short video on Twitter.
All right, we're going to go back to break.
Comment?
Oh.
Did E-Rock have a comment?
E-Rock?
Go ahead, E-Rock. Don't be shy.
It's like you were waving. Oh, okay.
No. I was moving the mic.
Ah.
Yeah, let's go to break because we got AJ Clemente coming up on MSNBC now.
Oh.
We'll let everyone else work for us today.
Indeed.
We'll just listen into the interview we should have had.
Yeah.
The Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show.
I can't listen to Green Day because of Anthony.
He's got to blow his nose.
I used to like him.
Yeah, it's like,
It fucked it up for me.
In the old days with his nasally singing. Oh, they beep that out, huh?
What parts do they beep out?
I don't know. Probably a curse word. Probably a curse word. Yeah. Yeah, I bought some Apple options yesterday.
You did?
Before they announced their earnings yesterday.
Right.
And then they announced earnings, and it wasn't as bad as some of the analysts thought it was going to be.
Right.
So it shot up $20 in aftermarket.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm screwed, because I bet it to go down.
Of course.
And then during the course of their conference call after they announced earnings, it went back down to $2. They lost $2 a share.
Why?
Because their conference call had nothing. They have nothing in the pipe, and people are like, their earnings their revenue went down this quarter, and they have nothing that's giving anyone the impression that it's going to be better the next quarter or the next or the next.
Is it this Tim Cook? Does he just suck fucking dick?
No, me and Ann were having a discussion about it. I don't even know if Steve Jobs would have been able to keep up that heat. I think they just, they had their run. Everyone caught up.
But there's no, research and
maybe
development.
Steve Jobs would have been able to, keep it going a little longer, but I don't know, man. They had an amazing run, and they're still making a shitload of money, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No,
they're a very healthy company.
Huge amounts of money they're making. But Wall Street's a little fucking sketchy on them right now. Mm-hmm. They're down $10 a share in pre-market.
Ugh.
So we'll see. I'm going to get right the fuck out. I'm getting right out of this.
You got a dinosaur to fucking buy, man.
I fucking bought the Calls on Netflix yesterday, dumped the shit out of it right at the open, puts on fucking Apple, dumped the shit out of it.
What dinosaur are you looking at?
Triceratops, I think.
You are, right?
Yeah, I was looking at
How big is that?
I don't know. It's probably the size of a pony. No, I'm not kidding.
Did you get the tweet yesterday? Because we get a lot of the same tweets that someone's like trying to say that there was never a Brontosaurus.
Oh, yeah. Well, they make a different, it's a different name. I think the Brontosaurus, the way it was portrayed years ago, the image of it is different than it really is.
Oh, really?
Well, then they changed that with a lot of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, they changed like how the Tyrannosaurus looks. They had the skeleton set up in the Museum of Natural History standing straight up, like he's just walking to the office.
Right.
And then they realized it was like, it would lean over and almost be flat as he's running and stuff. So they set that up different.
What was the problem with the Brontosaurus that they changed?
I think, again...
That's the one with the small head, right?
That was the problem.
The long neck.
They found hats that were too big for that small head. And they're like, there's no way that could have been right because they would always find these hats by the Brontosaurus. They're like, he never could have worn these.
Yes. Fossilized hats.
They would have covered his eyes while he ate leaves.
It's a petrified hat they found.
Yeah, because there was one image on a cave wall of a Brontosaurus with a hat tilted like a putting on the Ritz style.
Shit. Yeah, so over the course of a few years even, since, we went to school back in the olden days, they've kind of figured out...
change things around.
Yeah, change things around.
Yeah.
Which, is pretty cool, I think.
Sure.
They fucking figure new shit out.
So the mom of the Boston marathon bombing suspects...
She's delusional because she's the mom.
Yeah, I get it.
She
just doesn't believe it happened.
No,
just gonna help the conspiracy guys out there.
No, she's saying my kids wouldn't have done this.
Right.
There's no way they did it. It's like, but you hear that all the time from mothers,
Right.
My child never did that. Mm-hmm.
Imagine if she said that they're like, what do you think? If she's like, well, yeah, I kind of figured they were going to.
Yeah.
Like, wow, what a
they seemed like real assholes when I was raising them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the car they hijacked, just an amazing story.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
They said they weren't going to kill him. He was a Chinese fella.
Oh, yeah?
And they said they weren't going to kill him. They needed gas. They stopped at a gas station.
Figured he'd kill himself driving anyway.
The one guy, I believe...
Terrible.
The one suspect went inside, I believe. The other one was getting gas. And the Chinese guy says, this is my chance, and fucking ran.
He ran, huh?
Ran across the street to another gas station, and they took off in his car. And then I think most people know by now, the Chinese guy left his cell phone behind, and that's how they fucking tracked the vehicle.
Oh, they didn't let him go. He got out.
He fucking ran. He saw his opportunity. He said, "Fuck
So
this."
they
I'm
might
not-
have killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they were. So
After a while.
he's in the back seat, or was he? Where was he?
I don't know.
He jumped out and just took
He
off.
jumped out and said, "Fuck this."
And the story, they were headed for Manhattan.
That night, you think?
That's what they said.
What was in the car at that point?
I don't know.
They're probably trying to.
No, if they hijacked the car, they didn't have their shit with them.
Well, apparently they.
Or did they?
They were throwing bombs out at the cops, so they
Sure.
had
So
something.
they
had something. Yeah, they said they were heading for Manhattan. That's what the younger one has told the cops.
What part?
I don't know.
So they probably didn't know. They were probably fucking winging it. Like, let's get out of here.
And we'll
Let's just
figure
go
it
to
out.
New York and take care of this shit. We'll hide out in New York.
Yeah.
Because, New York is Brighton Beach or wherever. There might be a place for a couple Russian guys to hide that's not Boston.
I don't know why they didn't leave like right after. It's so stupid.
Because they were dumb. They're
Yeah.
fucking They really are bunglers.
Yeah.
They didn't think they'd be captured on camera.
Stupid.
Or if they
thing in
were, they felt like their disguises were good enough.
Do they have disguises?
They had
Well,
hats on.
they had hats on
They're dumb
and sunglasses. But I'm serious. They probably looked at that as their disguise. And they probably figured, look, if we're on camera, it'll be grainy or something. Like, they weren't thinking.
Yeah, they're pretty stupid.
You pull something off like that, you don't fucking stick around. The one kid went back to his dorm?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you wear blonde wigs or fucking
Something.
glasses?
Well, yeah, nice blonde wig.
Something,
Oh,
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, why not? Tease it like fucking. Who was that fucking Van Patten actor?
Vince?
Vince Van Patten.
Oh, Vince Van Patten. Oh, my God. There's a name from the past.
He hosts the poker tournaments now.
Does he?
Yeah.
What happened with the
For
AP?
the World Poker Tour.
The AP got hacked?
Yeah, AP got hacked. Associated Press Twitter got hacked. It said that there were 2 explosions at the White House and that the president was injured. That was the tweet. It got taken down very quickly. The account got suspended almost immediately. It was within minutes. But the Dow dropped like 100 points in a second.
Wow.
And then after, I think, 3 minutes or so, they realized it was a mistake, and it went right back up to where it was.
How did they realize it was a mistake? Did the AP quickly tweeted that, we got hacked?
Yep.
Okay.
They put out a statement saying, that's not true.
Wow.
That ain't true.
Wow, somebody made some money.
I don't know.
Dow dropping 100?
If you make a lot of money because the Dow dropped because of false news, and in 3 minutes you've somehow turned that into a huge amount of money, you are so getting a knock on your door.
Right.
By a lot of people with a lot of fucking acronyms.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
Will be asked.
There'll be a line of fucking government officials there to ask you what shenanigans you were up to. Absolutely.
He rocks the dinosaur.
He rocks the dinosaur march.
Is a dinosaur marching, marching. Irok is a dinosaur. How did he get so fat?
So fat.
Irok is a dinosaur.
Irok.
Marching, marching. Wake up, little piggy boy, and fucking take us out.
How did they get so fat?
I love when he goes, "Wake up, little piggy boy."
Piggy boy.
And he pops in the mic.
I love that one.
Little piggy boy.
Is a dinosaur marching.
I do that around the house.
That's fucking
I
the
just
greatest
can't.
song ever.
There are so many things that I look like. Oh, there he is.
Hold on.
Look like a complete retard.
But first, here's Bill Cairns with the forecast. Bill?
Come on,
Crazy.
let's have a little class here on this show, right, AJ? Right. I mean, you did it right.
Must
Can you
be
help me
some
with the Norfolk
misunderstanding.
forecast, by the way?
Cold and snow on the ground.
Norfolk.
Well, let's get to what the weather is
I
out
got
there
what he
today.
said.
Good news for the East Coast, and also, by the way, in the Northern Plains. I have some good news, but you have to wait for yours probably to the weekend. So here's what we're looking at. Winter's firm grip over the middle of the country. It's been an April of unbelievable snow and cold all the way from Denver through Minneapolis. And look at the temperatures this morning. People in Dallas are walking.
Kind of like this one.
What's going on? That is way cold by Dallas standards. At 37 at this hour, 27 in Denver. Now, the East Coast is warming up, by the way. There's a cold front that slices through the Ohio Valley. So bring your umbrella this morning from Indiana all the way back to Ohio, Kentucky, and some portions there of Tennessee, including Nashville. And look at the forecast today. This is what we've been waiting for. The winds shift. Warm air shoots up the East Coast. So that's going to be beautiful. It's about time. We waited long enough. 74 in New York today. And the cold air remains there in the northern plains. But as I mentioned, there is some good news. Minneapolis, by the weekend, temperatures in the mid-70s, melting the snow finally, as you can get into the good news of spring also. Leaving you with a shot of the White House. Beautiful day in D.C. Lunch outdoors if you can get away with it. You're watching Morning Joe, brewed by Starbucks.
That's distracting me, the music.
They like their music on MSNBC. Hey, they had fun with it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that Mika.
Yes.
But she was all in on the bit, cursing.
Mika.
Yeah.
Oh, she probably she's like that off the air, I bet, constantly.
I know.
Just yelling, cursing at the men.
She probably doesn't like to say the F word because every time she says fuck, she's tempted to say me with a black cock after it. Wow. Jesus. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
She wants to get fucked with a black cock. Good for her. I applaud her.
Good for her.
I applaud her. I tip my hat to Mika.
So the AP, yeah. So they fixed that.
Yeah.
Who do you think did it?
They said some kind of a Syrian outfit.
Yeah.
Really?
Syrian outfit. Mm-hmm. Bill Cox's wearing over Bill Cox's outfit. Mm-hmm.
Bill Cox's outfit. Like it's a fucking shed with greasy fucking lawnmower parts in it.
Bill Cox's outfit,
Making it sound like it's IBM.
Yeah. That's in my head now.
But there must be some misunderstanding.
Dinosaur marching. Iraq is a dinosaur. How did he get so fat?
That's like slightly off there.
That's
great.
Dinosaur marching. Wake up, little piggy boy, and fucking take us out.
I think a lot of us know Sax God on Twitter. He just constantly in denial and has blinders on. He writes, what made me think he was innocent was the youngest went back to his life and acted shocked with everyone else. Oh, dummies. We're being called dummies.
There's no, oh, God.
Wait, is he calling us dummies or them?
Huh?
Is he calling us dummies or them?
I think this is what he believes. That's how I read it.
That he's innocent.
What made me think he was innocent was the youngest went back to his life in capitals, all that, and acted shocked with everyone else. Dummies.
Please. What a load
What was the
shite.
kid supposed to do?
Yeah.
What was he supposed to do?
He's a dummy.
They didn't. Of course, they acted shocked. They didn't know that they just didn't understand how captured they were with video. And stuff. They just didn't see that, so that's why they went back to their normal. They didn't want to get caught.
No.
Or they would have suicide bombed, or they would have stood there with machine guns. They did not want to get caught.
No.
They just did not understand how. Yeah, I know that guy you mean. What's his name? Abu or
Sax God.
Sax, yeah.
He's all in.
He's a good fan, but he's too. He's so slanted. He's so
Let's have a
worried about
discussion.
protecting Islam's image that whenever something comes up that's legit, he kind of goes the other way.
That's how Muslims are. That's how like black guys are on the fucking Twitter. They just have to protect their own people. It's ridiculous.
Well, Sax God, call the show.
Yeah. We know you're a fan.
Then he writes, "No, I'm a dummy." What does that mean?
What?
Call the show. I can have a discussion on Twitter.
Uh-oh, who's on the phones, though? Might if Sal's on the phones, you might take the call, not know who it is, and then have to alert Roland and E-Rock. And the way he was trying to worm out of that on the after show yesterday, he wouldn't even take responsibility for the fact that he couldn't handle the phones yesterday.
Right. No.
He couldn't handle a phone call
He'll hear
from somebody else that it wasn't just a caller, or that the hotline rings and he lost his mind.
Right.
And then after the show, I talked to the guy who called that freaked out Sal, and he was just laughing about how simple the call was.
Oh, so who is this? What is this pertaining to? Oh, Roland? Okay, yeah. I'll fucking, take your number down and get it to Roland. Thank you. E-Rock, Roland, help.
Good evening, I'm Van Tew. You may have seen our newest reporter, AJ, on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor.
Wow, they're just different styles, different
it's with
approaches.
Brokaw.
Wow. Oh, my
Joining
God.
us now, former North Dakota
shit.
news anchor AJ Clemente
They
and
just
Tom
wanted to be really
Brokaw back
nervous,
with us
I
at the
think.
table. Yes, I think it's appropriate that you're here, Tom.
AJ, listen, before I got to the Berlin Wall, before I got to Kuwait, before I got to all those international hotspots, I was where you were. I worked out in the Midwest. I made a huge gaffe when I was in Omaha at a very early age.
I said
it wasn't quite as explicit as yours was by any means.
I'm sure.
On the other hand, it was confined to Omaha because there was no social media. It was dealt with by the local station.
Right.
They made me come in and kind of gave me a dressing down, but I got to go on with my life. You're the victim of a hot mic, obviously, and also nothing goes unremarked upon in our current society. Suddenly you go from being a rookie anchor in Bismarck to someone who's sitting on the set of Morning Joe.
Well, you come to the right place, actually.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Because Tom gave me the same talk after I made a mistake.
Right, there was an F-bomb you dropped, but it seemed to work for you. I don't know.
Every microphone is hot. That's what you always have to remember.
That's actually what Tom told me. So you actually said, AJ, you've seen this clip more today than you have since this happened, because after this happened, you went home and crawled under your bed in a fetal position.
That's
right?
exactly what I did. I think I watched it twice. I think I've seen it 20 times today, and each time it's more heartbreaking, and you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
You definitely need to laugh because it's funny at this point. But let me ask you this: what was was it nerves? Was it your first moment on the air? Because that's what I felt when I was watching it.
It was not. The video makes it look like that. It was a perfect storm of so much. And me looking down. We came on 30 seconds early. No audio, no IFB. The mask control was counting down, but the audio was turned down, and I didn't have an IB.
Oh, welcome to the television business.
Exactly. Mika, the first day I was at MSNBC now years ago, somebody came up to me and said, the most important guy here, Scarborough, the sound guy. I go, what? They go, the most important guy here, the sound guy. Because he or she, Mike, if they don't take care of you, you don't have a job.
No, I mean, I've been home for 20 years, sitting in the cellar without the sound people taking care of me. But, AJ, let me ask you, I assume your life flashed before your eyes, in the instance after that happened.
I didn't. Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me tell you a story of when I was fucking some shine
correct?
in New Orleans.
The day it happened, I didn't even realize I said it on air. The third break, my news director comes in and says you have to apologize, and everybody says, for what? And I know now that I'm going to be able to work, but that day, like you said, I literally went home, called my mom, and that was it.
Well, have you ever heard of this program, Way Too Early? Yeah. It's on at 5:30 a.m. Well, it's 5:30 to 6. I mean,
he could help us out there. So what did your mother say?
She didn't say much. I was doing most of the talking, but now she's been very supportive. I'm sorry to everybody, and I'm mostly sorry to her. She didn't raise me that way to even speak like that.
Oh, stop it.
Okay, so
You're a liar, pants on
Let's
fire.
have you read a news script right here, okay?
Oh, they got him reading
and try not to curse. All right, I'll cue you, okay? AJ, 3, 2, 1, cue.
After holding two separate dinners? Sorry. Dinners in the Senate Republic over the past few weeks. Last night, President Obama hosted a bipartisan group of females senators at the White House.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
They want him to fuck
I
up.
have my glasses on.
He doesn't have his glasses
I do.
on. No, don't worry.
That's
We're good.
All good.
We're good. What is it? Are we doing a tryout?
He's terrible. He's terrible. He's in front of Tom Brokaw.
But I'm blind.
Yeah, definitely. So you
Don't
didn't know
quit
the
your
third
day job.
break, actually, that something had gone terribly
You're a
wrong.
loser.
Which actually, if you saw Anchorman, he actually got through the entire show before you saw
Top out.
Could you relate to Ron Burgundy?
I already got tweets saying cameo for Anchorman 2.
Who said that?
Oh, man.
Tweeting me that. I definitely can relate.
That won't
Obviously, he
date
said it
the
on
movie at
purpose.
all
I said it on
after
purpose as well, but
a few months.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm really sorry.
All right, AJ, thank you so
Stop
much.
apologizing.
We greatly appreciate you having us.
Everyone uses that word.
You got Tom Brokaw.
I know,
the
that's-
absolute best.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Listen, I want to tell you very quickly, 15-year-old newscaster on a radio station after basketball practice, Yankton, South Dakota, first newscast. Governor Joe Foss today addressed the convention of the veterans of the foreign wars.
Foreign whores.
Everybody.
I feel that.
Say their tapes that if you...
Tom said whores, huh?
Don't refer to the state. They'll find it.
Okay, that's true.
Let's just say there's some tapes of you that would finish your career.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I can't say it.
Right.
But yeah, we all have our moments. The first one, though, is always the most... Just
Do we have the Tom Brokaw tax cut?
Yeah, we should play that.
You got that, E-Rock?
Yes.
It does. The one time you get rewarded, your mother...
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah. All right. Good to have you on, AJ.
Thank you so much, AJ.
Mika, why don't you do something constructive with that mouth and wrap it around my cock?
You still got the Brokaw in you. You still have it.
It's very rare you see him on TV.
No, it sucks he's not on TV anymore.
The media is weird. The media really empathizes with this guy.
Yes,
And they're
yes.
going out of their way to help him out.
Because he's one of, he's
And they've
kind
all
of in
had that
there.
happen on some level.
As soon as they realized he wasn't saying gay, as in gay.
Yeah.
Right. That
it
helped
was
him out a lot.
It was the marathoner's name.
Yeah. I just wish they would be this generous when comedians say something.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they would go out of their way to help explain the motives. And I know it's different, but it's just, it makes me like the media more and hate their guts in the same moment. Like, I like the way they're handling this guy, though.
Yeah, we got the Brokaw.
Brokaw was worse than this guy, if you ask me.
The key component and what the president insists is the job stimulus program. Ohio, a strong Republican state, is hurting economically. And as NBC David Gregory reports tonight, the president took his message right to a powerful Ohio Republican who is not convinced the tax cuts are the answer.
Not convinced. The tax cunts.
It's not
are
even
the
close
answer.
to cuts.
You can't tax ladies' cunts. Tax cunts. Yep. That's it.
He sounds exhausted when he
Really
tries
sounds,
to talk.
Yeah, fucking like he's out of breath all the time.
He must love seeing that period come up.
Oh God,
He looks like he runs out of air or something.
I love a good punctuation. I can't really talk for a long period of time with this type of list because I run out of oxygen. Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. I've been to the Berlin Wall. I watched as the Achille Lauro was hijacked and Leon Klinghoffer was thrown over the side.
He has every sense of the last gasp. Right, just throws that last bit out of his lungs.
And of course, September 11th, when Al Qaeda and his Taliban and Osama bin Laden bombed the World Trade Center, bringing down an iconic building in New York and the Pentagon. I'm coughing now. I made myself cough. Oh, Chippa?
Yeah, it's Tom Brokaw. I can't say my L's or nothing. So when I see lollipops, I'm like, look at the fucking ollie ops.
You said Al. You said Ollie.
We got Sax got online.
That's an Al.
Sax.
Hey.
No.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But I didn't understand your tweets. Are you making fun of conspiracy guys, or you believe this whole fucking Boston Marathon bombing thing is a conspiracy?
No, what I thought at the very beginning, I gave the guy the benefit of the doubt because he was the only one in the group that was a U.S. citizen that, all of his friends were very shocked by it, so I figured, and what made me really question was how he went back to his life and acted like, he was shocked that he didn't think, he was amazed that there was a bombing and he couldn't believe it happened, and then all of us, I thought he would be a psychopath then if he was able to act like that, but in reality, he was responsible for all that. And then when it turns out he really is responsible, then that one makes me a dummy for falling for it, and then two, makes him a dummy for not running when he had the chance.
It's a little harder when you got a little more than 140 characters to work with, isn't it?
I mean, it's a bit strange, sure, but I mean, he was being led around by his brother. That's pretty obvious. His brother was influencing him. But,
that's going to be the entire case.
But he certainly went along with it. He could have said no any time, but decided not to.
Right, and then he puts a bullet in his mouth, and now he can't speak. And like Jimmy says, you hope he can never talk again, which would be kind of funny.
Yeah. He's in fair condition. He's going to be released soon,
You think?
He's already down to fair condition, yeah.
You think he'll make bail?
Imagine. Yeah, there's some definite strange things in there, but...
Right. Well, that's what
It's a very tricky situation.
Yes.
Well, I sent you and Jimmy a tweet apologizing for being wrong yesterday, so...
No, it's fine. It's just fine.
Anyway,
I didn't even read your tweet.
A dummy. So not you a dummy. So
I can't read every tweet that comes in.
All right, you little sweetie.
All right, Sax God.
See you,
Thanks
man.
for explaining, Lise.
good luck in Austin, Jimmy.
Thank you, brother. This Saturday.
Oh, is it?
This Saturday in Austin, Texas.
Sold out.
Could you call it Texaroo?
Yep.
Oh.
I mentioned sold out.
Yeah.
I thought you were mad yesterday.
Mad why?
You were like, well, here I come. You asked me to go to Austin, and here I am. You were talking like maybe ticket sales were a little low or something.
They are low. I just lied. I'm a good actor.
Oh,
it's not sold out.
Jim.
There's plenty available.
Oh, Jimmy.
You're getting way better, man. Holy fuck.
Oh, I just wanted to see what that felt like to say. It's fun.
I saw Jimmy on Jeselnik last night.
How did you see it?
Yes,
how'd it go?
Very fucking funny.
Thank
That
you.
was a good bit, man. Some little kid in a classroom, and he's supposedly the bully, and they're kind of giving him lessons on bullying, and they bring in these geeky kids and just proceed to lambaste them. Horribly awful things you're saying.
So the point of the bit was basically that me and Anthony were helping the bully to realize the error of his ways by going like if a girl walked in, are you like you don't want to say to this girl blah blah blah, like you don't want to look at her and go. So basically we're just shitting on these little kids.
Shitting on them.
And
one was fucking some geeky-looking Asian girl with glasses, and she comes walking in and stands there. And I think, it was Anthony. He said, "Hey, I'm not good enough at math, but I'm not as good as you. I'm not as good at math as you are, but I'm good enough to know you're a 3."
It was fucking brutal.
Terrible.
And there was one he said that was fucking hilarious, but they couldn't use it. It was just too rough.
Oh, was it?
He said something about, which one was it? It was like the chubby emo kid.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, what's stopping you from shooting up your school besides the steps?
That's a good one.
And they made him take that out, but it was
that's too bad.
Yeah, but it was really funny.
Jimmy had a good
Oh.
Jimmy had a good line where they had the fat band girl holding the tuba.
Yeah.
And Jim goes, "If you lost 10 pounds, black guys will like you."
Yeah. I was surprised they put that one. Did they show the kid in the wheelchair?
I don't know. Let's watch it.
No,
Is
I
this
don't
it?
think so.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Wait, did you watch this clip or the actual show?
I watched the actual show.
Oh, maybe they cut that out. Maybe there wasn't time.
I watched the show on the TV. You're very big on the 90-inch TV. Oh, man. Your head was huge. It's great.
All right, well, if we find that clip, I want to see
that was pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah, they asked me if I was going to be in L.A. because Anthony wanted to bring me out to introduce the clip, but they just, I wasn't out there. And a lot of people were twittering going, how come we didn't have you on panel? Anthony even explained the reason they didn't, and he would, is because the first year they're trying to avoid, I mean, with the exception, I think, of Amy, and she's got a show on, is that they don't want to have the same people that The Burn had because they're trying to be a different show. So I understand that. They're just using different guests and or whatever. But it was fucking fun, man. I couldn't believe some of the lines they left in.
Oh, my God, I know. It was really funny. The band girl, she was kind of chubby. And then the emo kid, he's,
There's a link to it on my Twitter.
all dark. And you guys are just beating the shit out of them.
Yeah, on my Facebook page. Go to my fan page. I was very surprised because it was with kids, and you got to be careful what you say in front of kids. Like
your fucking Facebook.
Oh, you like that? Was from that?
No, I've seen it many times. Right? Your picture on Facebook is.
There's a quick ad. Oh no, there's not.
A study from Duke University shows that there's a link between childhood bullying and psychological disorders later in life. The study was conducted by tracking both bullies from adolescence to adulthood and bullying victims from childhood to the suicide. Now,
that's a rough fucking joke.
It really is. Getting edgier on Comedy Central, huh?
Too sensitive to make a joke about.
Last few
we
years.
Make a bunch of jokes about it in a segment we call Sacred Cow. This week we chose bowling. Now, bowling is such a sensitive topic that I needed help this week. And who better to lend me a hand than the most gentle soul of all, Jim Norton.
Jimmy.
Norton and I
Nice
sat
pick.
down with a young bully and tried to get him to change his ways the only way we know how, by being dicks. Check it out.
Wow.
So, DJ, you know why you're here.
Yeah.
You're a bully.
Yes.
You ever get in trouble for bullying?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's your punishment?
It's suspension. That happens a lot.
You want us to help you stop it?
Yeah.
All right, you got a couple more years before you get out of school, so we need to make sure you can control yourself right now.
Okay.
We're going to bring in some really pathetic, easy targets and see how well you can control yourself.
Now let's have our first nerd come on in here.
Jesus. Band girl.
No.
You don't look at her and just really want to say, marching band, huh? Why don't you join jogging band?
You don't think it would be fun to yell, "Hey, look, a fat girl with a popcorn bucket on her head"?
You want to say, hey, do you play scales or just crush them?
You're not tempted to tell her, "Hey, cheer up. If you lose 10 pounds, black guys will like you."
You want to do that? Next.
But she's really Picture how delicious it would be to say, "Hey, look, it's Sharon Osbourne in 1991.
You don't want to go up
You
there
like it.
and look, it's the cure for teen pregnancy.
Hey, don't feel bad. If none of the girls in your high school bang you, there's always Comic-Con.
Next. Now look at this nerd.
You don't want to tell this girl, "Hey, you can be whatever you want when you get older, except for a model or a good driver."
Well, hey, I know I'm not as good as math at you, but I can tell that you're a 3.
Hey, cheer up. In a few years, your mother will really show you what to do with a ping pong ball.
You don't want to say, hey, congratulations on not being drowned at birth when your parents realized you were a girl. That doesn't appeal to you? Pretty good job today. What'd you learn?
Your show sucks. What was that?
You know what it was.
Wow.
That's very funny.
That's
fucking funny.
Good for Jeselnik. Getting away with some shit.
Yeah. That
Wow.
fucking, when he said that fucking, you were almost drowned at birth, like, I was, you're a girl. Fucking, that was brutal.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Wow.
So
Right on,
fucking
man.
funny.
Very funny.
We got to take a break. I think we're going to talk to Chael Sonnen next.
Yes, he's hopefully coming soon.
When's the big fight this weekend, right?
It is Saturday night. Chael, and I'm so heartbroken I can't go to this because of my dumb gig, but Chael and John Jones. It is in New Jersey. It's UFC 159, and it's at the Prudential Center. There might be tickets available. I'm not sure, but you know, it's this Saturday, and fuck, do I want to be there for this fight? So you know, they were the two UFC Ultimate Fighter coaches, and as a rule, they fight at the end of it.
Right. It's going to be a great fight.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to Chael next.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Chael Sonnen should be in studio in a few minutes. Big fight with John Jones this weekend. Who do you think's going to win that thing?
Problem between them
Hard
two.
to say, man. I mean, Jones is just, if he looks unbeatable.
Right.
But Chael really has a knack for freaking these people out because, like, when I say these people, I mean these guys who look like they're unbeatable. Because after what he did to Anderson Silva in that first fight, no one can take Chael lightly. Because that was a 5-round.
Chael's intimidating, too. As a person, most of these guys aren't that intimidating. They're really just nice guys when they're not beating the shit out of each other. Chael's a bit intimidating.
Yeah, I think he's just. I don't know what's going to happen. I think he'll be very aggressive and he'll try to. I mean, he's not going to say what he's going to do, obviously. But
I think it's going to be a great fight.
I hope so. I'm so fucking.
Who else is fighting Saturday?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I haven't even thought about this one because I'm not going to be able to go to it. God, look at Alan Alda having a great time on MSNBC.
Yeah. We try to get him.
We try to get him. I've been fucking screaming how much I love Alan Alda for years.
Hawkeye Pierce.
He's one of your top guys, right?
One of my favorite people ever to exist. And Roland said his rep said, well, he doesn't do anything before 11, so he's doing Unmasked today at 11:30. So I'm going to watch.
So that's good for us. It'll be on our channel.
Yeah.
He's doing Unmasked with Alan Alda today. When is that going to air?
Do not know.
What's the turnaround time on the Unmasked? About a week or so?
I mean, they've done things where they've aired them the next day. Sometimes it's a week. Yeah.
All right, so very soon you'll hear Alan Alda and Ronnie B.
But it's 8:40 and he's on TV.
Yeah.
It's like I thought he didn't do anything before 11.
Why can't they just tell us no? Why do they have to lie to us?
He said no.
And then we catch them in their lies.
Don Cheadle's going to be here Friday at 10 a.m.
Cheadle.
And he won't, or his rep won't let him do the show.
That's not
or he won't
fair.
do it.
We had Don
It's
Cheadle
not
on.
fair.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
not being fair.
We can't get him back in.
We had Don Cheadle on.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a doorway interview, but we had him on.
He had a good
He came in for like 10 minutes and we had some laughs. And
oh, wait, he actually sat down?
Yeah, you're thinking of someone. Don Cheadle came in and sat down and like, who is Jim Norton? They're getting all these tweets about him.
Oh, right.
Yes.
So what's the problem? We treated him nice.
I don't know if it's him or if it's his rep, but he comes in at 10.
That's
I'm
too
like,
bad.
Roland, why can't he come in 15 minutes early? Like, we love this guy. I love him. I would treat him. I would never fuck with Don Cheadle.
Well, that's too
The
bad.
greatest.
Yes.
So there's a couple guys I'm dying to talk to that we just can't get booked, and it's like, we're not going to do anything stupid.
Didn't we lose a MASH guy?
Alan Arbus, yeah, man.
Alan
Sydney.
Arbus
Played
died.
Sydney.
Sidney Friedman. He made it to
Yes.
95, though. Wow.
95. He was toward the end of MASH. He was 65
That's
years old.
unbelievable to me.
He didn't look 65 on the show.
No.
Not at all.
And he wasn't really he wasn't in the earlier episodes, was he?
He was like one of the stars of the big finale.
Yeah.
But his final line was something about if you want my advice, just pull down your pants and slide on the ice.
Right.
I don't know how I remember that.
Ladies and gentlemen, take my advice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, fucking E-Rock's correct.
E-Rock.
Jim Norton, it sounds
Where'd
like.
you read
That was
that?
his MASH
I was
trivia.
a big MASH fan.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Potatoes?
Do you like Alan Alda?
Love Alan Alda.
Do you really,
He was great,
E-Rock?
he was great in Aviator, too.
What?
What movie?
Aviator.
Aviator, whatever.
Aviator.
Aviator.
What? Aviator.
Yeah. Hey, what is Aviator?
Aviator.
I don't like Alan Alda.
We're not,
Hockey.
Jesus
Fucking bummed.
Christ.
well, we're waiting for Chael Sonnen.
What are you going to have him sign? He hates signing MASH shit.
I just want a photo.
Does he?
Yeah. I heard
Uh-oh.
that, too, that he doesn't like signing anything MASH.
What's wrong with
He's
him?
probably just
Signing
sick of it. Still for
fucking
fucking 40 years.
hell.
I want to get. Well, the only thing I want to get him to sign is one of those little unmasked things that you could have Newhart signed one.
Oh,
Yeah.
the little laminates.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm just going to hand it to him. Sign this shit.
Whoa. You might not like that.
Yeah, well, he'll get it. Can't believe fucking Morning Joe gets Alan Alda.
He was in 12 episodes from 73 to 83. Wow.
You remember when fucking Hawkeye?
I think he was.
That was it?
That's it. 12
It seems
episodes.
like he was in more.
I don't. Wow.
He was a big character too. Like everyone knew Sidney. Like he was referenced a lot too.
Right.
But my cousin, he helped me in the water when all those having those fucking
right.
itching.
Yes.
Commotion outside the studio. Commotion outside the studio.
Commotion? Locomotion?
Roland walked by. Oh, more commotion outside the studio.
Does this mean a guest? It looks like
Uh-oh. There's Chael.
it. Yeah.
Chael Sonnen. Holy fuck.
Come on in.
He's coming right in.
Somebody can come right
Chael Sonnen fighting John Jones this weekend. UFC
Yeah,
159.
Come on in, sure.
Chael looks in shape.
Take a
Hey,
seat. How you
Chael.
been, man?
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, brother.
You look ready to fight. Jesus Christ.
I know the deal now. I know when I walk in here, we're live.
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought we were
Very
just a
smart.
couple guys visiting. What is this, Jimmy Hart's in here? You got a megaphone?
The megaphone.
What are you guys doing in that, campaigning amongst each other?
Ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, he does some
When
really
you have the top radio show in America like you gentlemen do, I don't think you need a megaphone. You just talk into this and everybody
He
hears
does
you.
wonderful things with the megaphone. You'd be very surprised.
Yeah,
It might seem hack, but not when Ant's using it.
Two consenting New Yorkers do is your guys' business.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying.
See?
And,
And then a phone call. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm one of your stupid listeners. I have nothing to the show.
You know, so it comes in handy.
It does.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you ready?
You guys finally done something for me for a
We're
change.
trying
Yeah,
now,
we're
right?
trying.
Drink a little water. Look at them guns.
Feel good about that.
You ready for Saturday or what,
Let's
Chael?
stick that on
I'm
for
ready to
Jimmy's
go.
for a second.
Absolutely.
So you
Been
got-
ready for a while.
Now, last time you were in here, you and John Jones were like best of pals.
Yeah, he
Is it
turned out
still-
to be a pretty nice guy.
And you were surprised by that.
Wasn't a lot I can do about that. I don't manufacture conflict. I can't just come out and say he was a jerk if he wasn't.
Right.
Turned out to be a good guy.
And you
what are you
guys-
drinking over there? Grass?
Well, not all of us could look like you, Chael. It's vegetables.
Stop.
we got some beets, we got some carrots, we got some orange, and we got some
no wonder it's
spinach.
3/4 full. I wouldn't drink that crap either.
It's not that bad, actually.
What it is, the
It really
lemon
isn't
and the
that
apple
bad.
makes it
Oh,
palatable.
stop.
What, a couple of in-shape guys talking.
You
Better not
kale
have
in there?
apple.
I asked you what's in there, then I rudely cut. Did you put kale in there?
Kale is rough, but I do shove it
people
down.
are drinking that
I
now.
drink
Yeah.
the kale, but that's a rough one.
My friend Leah drinks that crap. I tease her all the time. Why are you drinking?
Kale is
Terrible, right?
rough.
You want
It
to
is
eat
rough.
kale? Why would you want to drink
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Now you don't drink anything like that, right?
No, I don't.
So, look, you drink it to stay in shape. Look at he's in such good shape, and he doesn't have to deal with that shit.
You know what I would look like if I didn't fucking drink the vegetable juice?
But good
a lot
for you.
mushier.
Good for you. You know, if you do enjoy it and you got away. Did you
I don't
juice that
enjoy it.
yourself? It looks like. Did you bring that from home or you bought that?
No, we get it. Yeah, they go out and get it for us.
There you go. Well, you don't have to be a prick about it. you try to be a man of the people up here. You know.
No,
They brought it to me after I got out of my limo.
No, we're not like that.
So you don't. Like, I would think that you would drink stuff like this all the time. But what do you mostly eat and drink? Because you're healthier than all of us.
Well, that's very nice of you guys to say. I'm a Dolce diet guy, so I guess now I get to be the snob too. He brings it to me as well. He makes it in the morning.
What is Dolce diet guy?
Dolce diet is one of the, it's one of the biggest diets in the country. He's a guy who wrote a couple of books.
Right.
He's a former fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of Dana White's right hand guys. And
can you eat chocolate?
Yeah, you can, but in sparingly. But yeah,
nice.
Sparingly.
Thank you very
Dark
much.
chocolate?
It's a big word.
Little
Yeah,
dark chocolate?
Yeah,
you throw in there?
Hey, you want to know something? Speaking of that, Snickers just came out with a dark chocolate Snickers. Saw it yesterday for the first time.
that's
Haven't
gotta
tried
be
it yet.
That sounds pretty goddamn good.
I don't
It's
like
gonna be excellent.
I don't like milk chocolate anymore. Ever since I discovered dark chocolate years ago.
Dark's
yeah.
excellent. It's the way to
It's
go.
the
A lot of
best.
people are still discovering it.
I know. You go to Whole Foods and they got a whole fucking aisle now that has just so many different varieties of
some
dark
of that's
chocolate.
bitter though. You know, at Whole Foods, you
You
got
got
to
to be careful. You can't go too bitter there, Chael.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You got to go around 70%.
I agree.
See, I know this shit.
I know dark chocolate as well. That's all my dad ate.
No, the other question I had, are you still getting along with John Jones?
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, that
yeah, I do.
sucks.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm not happy about it, and it doesn't help things when you're going to go fight. But I mean, it's just the reality. I was with him yesterday. He was a funny guy. Did a little robot dance on ESPN. I got a kick out of it. I mean, it doesn't change it. You got to understand, I'm a wrestler. I grew up wrestling. I would work out with guys every day, and then on Saturday we'd have to slap hands and get it on for the.
So you just turn that
for
shit
the
off,
championship.
obviously, when it's
yeah,
time
it's
to
just
fight.
competition,
Right.
and yeah, I'm not gonna by any means hold back.
We are so conditioned that if you're fighting, you
Gotta
hate
hate
the
the
guy
guy.
that
Sure.
you're fighting, because if we're fighting, it's because somebody fucked you up. Or
And then after
something
the
like that.
fight, you
guys,
continue to hate.
It's a sport.
Because you look at what you know he did to you,
Sure.
or you did to him, whatever.
Yeah, it's a competition.
Man,
it's a
I get
sport,
it.
so.
I get that. I used to
Yeah.
look at it the same way, and I prefer to still.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of dirtbags out there, but every now and then you run into a guy that's not, or that you think, that's a nice enough guy, and that's just what happened with John. But it's not going to change anything. Look, there can only be one champion, and we're going to figure this out the hard way.
You're still gonna try to beat his face in when
Yeah.
Do you is it harder to put weight on or take? Like, I know it's easier to gain weight than lose it, but I mean, is it harder to move up in weight and fight a stronger guy than you fought?
I don't really know. I haven't gained any weight. I weighed about 230 when I would cut down to 185. And this was my first time at 205, but I still weigh 230. I got to go down to 205. So I only have to lose 20 pounds less, but I didn't actually gain anything. This morning, I just weighed in before I came here. I'm 217 right now. The weigh-ins are in 2 days. The 205 will be the limit. So
You can get 12 pounds off in 2 days pretty easily?
Yeah, I could get 12 pounds off in just over 2 hours.
Come on.
Yeah, I can lose about 6.5 pounds an hour.
Wait, you got to explain that.
How do you do that?
Crazy.
Well, there's a lot of tactics. I don't know that I could explain it quickly, but I mean, I've been at this since I was 9 years old, and I'm not
you remove all
the
your...
only guy. Yeah, in fact, that would be a small cut. Being 12 pounds over would be a small cut. My opponent, John's about 225 right now. He'll have to
20
to
pounds.
get more off.
Do you remove all your duty?
Do you shit first? Is a good question, actually, before you weigh in. If you can shit before weighing, it's...
And then maybe an enema or something to get rid of all the duty.
That's disgusting.
Sorry. Because I remember in high school, the wrestling guys, they would, put the bags on or whatever, the bag outfits, and fucking just sweat their balls off.
How much of it is water and how much of it is like... It's all water that you're
100%.
losing.
So you're extremely dehydrated when you weigh in.
When I say I could take 12 pounds off in 2 hours, I could put 12 pounds right back on in 2 hours.
Right,
It's
right.
just water.
So when you're done with that, because I saw you when you fought your last Silva fight, and I was just in the area, and you were just shoveling in fruit right after the weigh-in, like just with your hand.
Yeah, you told that story.
Fresh fruit.
Yeah, and I hate that. French fry. I want French fries after the weigh-in. I want a Coca-Cola big enough to swim in. And Dolce brought me fruit. He double-crossed me.
They want the healthy shit the night before the
Yeah,
fight.
it's disgusting.
How much water is 12 pounds of water?
That would be a gallon and a half. That'd be so a milk jug
It's
and then another
a
half.
gallon and a half of liquid that you're removing from your body. And liquid is very essential to the human body.
Yeah, it is. But that's just, you could lose more than that. Like I said, my opponent will have to pull about 20 out, which is just under 3 gallons.
But basically, how
damn.
do you do that? You sit in a sauna or something? Because you can't work out because then now you're tiring your body out.
Everybody's got their own tricks and secrets that they do.
Oh, so you don't really talk about how you do it. I
gotcha. It's a big deal. Losing weight is very hard, especially when you've got to be in the ring less than 24 hours later. So how guys do it, they usually keep to themselves. But you could use a sauna. That would be the barbarian way to do it, the prehistoric way. But, I grew up doing that. That's all we knew.
But there's now better ways.
Yeah,
that you
I
just
don't
want
touch
to
a
talk
sauna
about.
I've seen how some of those things work based on cartoons I watch. There's a big square box, right? And the cartoon character, or whoever it'll be, goes in there, and there's a little hole in top. And they close the door, and the steam goes, psh, and the door's open, and he's like a toothpick, but his head is still the size of his head. And he walks out all like, brr, 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 brr. I've seen it. They could cut a lot of weight, cartoons. Yeah.
It seems like it would be, wouldn't it harder to fight the day after you put all that weight on? Like, it just seems like to get into fighting shape, you'd want to be kind of heavy going in. And
it just seems like there's a better way to do that. Because it's got to tire you out a little bit to put your body through that.
Oh, it's exhausting. Yeah, it's a horrible process. But what are you going to do? You sign a contract, the contract calls for a weight class. If you say you're going to make weight, you got to make weight, whether it's tiring or not.
Sure.
Do guys purposely lose all that weight so they can be heavier on fight day?
Oh, maybe a little bit. I would prefer to be the lighter guy in the ring. There's a huge misconception, dates back to when we were kids on recess and we get beat up. It was easier to go tell your dad the kid that beat you up was bigger. Right. But the truth is, you always want to be the smaller guy. You can move a little better. You're quicker. Mike Tyson was 220 pounds. Muhammad Ali was 198 pounds. They were never one time did either of those guys have a size advantage. So there's a big misconception about that.
Ali was under 200 pounds. That's just unbelievable.
198 when he first won the title.
It's unbelievable. Yep. We've had Tyson here. He's, I wouldn't call him small, but I thought he would be.
I thought you were going to say a nerd. But
oh, fuck.
you were talking about size, right?
But I thought he would be. I thought he would be bigger. Didn't you?
In the dark.
Yeah, and he was one time he was really high energy. When he brought his wife was with him the second time, and he was very, very mellow. And yeah, he just seems like he's just at peace now. It's like a really weird. It's kind of nice to see. He's just like a comfortable.
And we're going to go see his one-man show soon.
On next week.
Dana White saw that. He said it is excellent.
Yeah.
He saw the debut one. He said it's so funny. You have to say, I bought tickets. I bought 6 tickets. Me and my coaches were going to go to that. He was coming to Portland, and he canceled, and I don't know why. It just happened about a month ago. We were so excited we were going to see that show.
He's
selling up. He's going to Europe. He's selling out Germany. And he's like David Hasselhoff over there.
Yeah. When you listen to him talk about his life, he talks about it like you're hanging out with him and your friend. It doesn't feel like a scripted thing. He just talks like we're talking right now. It's really, really great. And I've seen it once, and I'm seeing it again with Ope next week. Fucking.
Is it next week already?
Yes, it's the 28th. So it's the night after the fight.
Why did I think it was in May?
So why don't you stay in New York and go?
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
It's at the Beacon Theater here the next night. So do you have any, obviously you always get a little nervous before a fight, but John Jones, he's just a guy, but he's technically, I think, 16 or 17-0, except for that disqualification.
Yep.
He's never been beaten in the ring.
Yeah. Well, nobody's even been close. He is very dominant. He runs through guys. Getting ready for him, it's tough to sit down and watch his videos. So all you're doing is watching the guy kick the crap out of somebody. What good's that going to do for you?
Yeah.
But let's just stipulate to the fact that he's very good and fast forward to Saturday night. But, You know, he's got the same problem, though. I've never lost a full minute of fighting. I just fought a guy named Anderson Silva. I kicked this guy's ass for 30 minutes. He gets a jump on me for 30 seconds. And somehow they're coming out and saying that he's a better fighter. So you can raise that guy's hand all you want, but don't make any conception about who kicked whose ass.
Right.
So, you know, that's where we're at. John's going to have the same problem. If he watches my tapes, he's going to see me run over guys. I watch him, he runs over guys. So let's just get it on.
How do you stop the elbows? Because he's got such long arms.
Brutal.
That he throws them like a punch, which is a weird thing.
That move?
Yeah. But it literally comes
But it looks like
a
a punch.
Yeah, it's a weird way of throwing elbows, but it seems like, ugh, who the fuck needs to deal with that?
Yeah, you're right. You know, I don't know that you do stop them. I think you just absorb them. I think you just deal with them. You know, there's a lot of moves out there, and, you know, yeah, there's some defenses to them, but the bottom line is it's going to hurt. You know, this is a fist fight. We call it a fight for a reason.
You said that, and you did a great job as the Ultimate Fighter coach. I watched the whole season this year.
I appreciate that.
And you said something about that. Like, you have to realize when you're walking in the ring, you're going to get hurt. Like, it's going to hurt, and that's part of what we're doing here. Or you said something like, just
I don't like that idea.
But it was, you know, hey, look, that's what it is.
Yeah, that is what it is. I mean, it is a fight, and you may have to go to the hospital, but you got to go later. You got to deal.
We get hurt here, but it's emotional pain.
That's right.
That we deal with here at Sirius XM
you
Satellite
dish
Radio.
that out as well.
Yeah,
sure.
we do.
So
we know there's a fight every day.
We get hurt.
Come in here. We
get hurt by the Twitter haters.
We're gonna bully people and hurt people.
Sure.
Right. Yes, our egos are bruised by the management here.
That's the beauty of being a
Twitter.
fan, though, you know. Say what you want.
Right.
Go after a guy. You know, but listen to the show.
Right. Exactly. In the end,
that's
just
the
keep
trade-off. Say whatever you want. Just make sure you tune in.
What was your worst injury? Talking about getting hurt.
I've never had an injury. I've had a lot of owies.
What was your worst owie?
I pulled a guy on my face. In wrestling, there's a 5-point move, but we call it like a suplex type technique. And I grabbed him and I threw him and I scored 5 points, which was very exciting as a young wrestler. But I pulled him right on my face and he crushed my nose. And it was broken. I was embarrassed. I had a date I didn't have very many dates growing up. I had a date that night. My coach grabbed me and he said, "Was it worth it?" And I said, "Yeah, it was worth it."
Nice.
I had blood coming out of my nose. I was only about 16. But,
oh, my nose.
Yeah.
Sorry, something suddenly came up.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't get that bad, though. Or it hasn't for me. I've been lucky.
Did someone just throw a punch at you, too? I'm reading this. I didn't know that. When you were at the Ultimate Fighter, some Brazilian fan tried to punch you?
Yeah. Uriah Faber fought Scott Jorgensen on the finale of the Ultimate Fighter. Highest rated season of all time. Thanks for bringing that up,
great,
by the way. And... yeah, some guy, he threw a punch at me, but, you know, it got a little bit heated. In fairness, he wasn't completely at fault. I engaged him. I think a fan should do whatever they want. Like I said, he can't touch you, but I can't touch a fan either, and I didn't. But usually I won't even engage a fan. He got a little rough on me, and I roughed him up back. Generally speaking, you can just keep walking. They yell at you. You just keep walking. I was stopped. We're kind of doing some photos and visiting with fans. I couldn't really leave. So when he started yelling at me, I started yelling at him back. And ultimately, it ended with him throwing a punch. But I really felt bad because they threw him out right before the main event. I know how much those tickets costed. Yeah. So at the same time, you can't throw a punch, but I forgave him.
Right.
You know, that's what I was saying. I want to tell security. They took him out so fast, I would have said, "Look, I forgive him. Let him have his seat back."
Right.
How close did he get to landing it?
I don't know. Everybody told me he threw a punch. I didn't see it. I saw the melee and I saw the security grab him, and then everybody goes, "Wow, he tried to punch it," but.
Here's what he did. He saw Chael. He tried to show his friends he was trying to punch Chael. If he wanted to punch you,
my God,
he knew better than to land a punch on Chael. So he probably like made security look and then threw it, and they grabbed him.
Sure.
Yeah, he probably didn't want to.
It probably was something like that. You see that sometimes, but either way, he lost his seat right before the main event, and I felt for him.
So this fight,
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, Chael is a really.
Well, you don't want anyone to get kicked out. You know, the guy gives up his time. He's paying his hard-earned money.
We would be like, good for him.
I mean, how much could it have hurt him?
Yeah, what was
really?
he going to do with it?
Some guy fucking.
You're much different now, though. Like at least publicly than before all these other fights. It's definitely a difference in the way you're handling this. We're coming about it.
You know, I just answered the questions that get asked me. I'm fighting a dirtbag like Anderson Silva. I'm going to say, you know, what's going on here. And if I'm fighting a guy like John, and we spent some time together, and I saw another side of him, what can I do? I don't manufacture conflict. I'm not a trash talker. I'm a truth talker. You ask me a question, I'll answer it honestly.
Do you still not like Anderson? Then I guess the dirtbag comment should have tipped you.
I really don't. And here's the thing. Good for him. Anderson Silva, for all of the faults, is a man of his word. If he says he'll show up and fight, he shows up and fights. And he did everything he could do to get out of that fight. He tried to get disqualified at the weigh-ins. He punched me at the weigh-ins with his shoulder.
Jeez.
That wasn't to hurt me. He wanted the commission to step in and call the fight off. He did everything he could do to get thrown out, and they just wanted to disqualify him. During the fight, he tried to get disqualified. He threw a blatantly illegal knee. He doesn't see a disqualification as a law. He just tried to get disqualified. But he still showed up. He did what he said he would do. I accept the outcome of the duel, and he won.
Was there a point during that fight, because the first one you dominated, was there one point where you went, oh shit, because it looked like in round one you were on top of him again, and was there one moment where you're like, oh fuck, there's something just turned here?
Well, I wish I would have fallen down.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was really the whole thing. I got to read the reports about, like, Anderson knocked me down. I fell down.
Yeah.
Come on, get out of here. This guy's a dork.
Will you guys fight again?
I would sure like to, but I can't see us crossing paths. For
a while, huh?
You know, it could happen. I'm going to win the title on Saturday. He's going to lose his title on the beginning of July to New York's own Chris Weidman. So, yeah, if he's looking for a title, he can come after mine.
Do you want to stay at light heavyweight?
Yeah. I don't want to cut back to 185. I will go back to 185 if I needed to, but I don't want to. I never wanted to be at that weight class.
You always wanted to be this?
Always want to be at 205, but that's where the contract came in at.
But it's weird, like, because these guys, you always think, like you said, you always think heavier fighters are much, like Cain Velasquez. It was like, oh
God, remember that.
Who would want to fucking fight that guy? I mean, what was he, at 220?
Yeah, he's a little more. He's about 240.
I would say.
But he's still undersized. You know, it comes back to my original point. He's fighting guys that are 260 and 265 and guys like Brock Lesnar. But, yeah, Cain's a force, man. He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
And yeah, Brock's a good example of a guy where you're right. Like, he was the giant, heavy guy.
True.
And when you saw it, like, he looked unbeatable. And then once you saw Cain or pound on him, you're like, wow, he's really beatable, like, by guys in that world.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, he is. He transferred into it. I mean, Brock's always had a huge level of success for not having any talent. You know, he was an NCAA champion in wrestling. Couldn't wrestle a lick, but he was strong as an ox. You couldn't score on him. Couldn't get him out of position. He was just too big and strong. And, you know, he'd go on and win a UFC title. I think he'll go in the Hall of Fame someday and deserves to be there.
So when you're fighting a guy who you know is bigger than you or who might be stronger, your goal is to what? Just get on top of him and fucking just wear him out?
It could be. I don't know. Do you mean me personally? I like to be on top of guys, but there's other positions, you know, and you got to be able to compete in all of them. You can't count on any position. They say 80% of fights go to the ground, but 100% start standing up, and it's true.
So if you got a guy like Jones who's a striker, but he can also wrestle too, it's like, you know, I guess, Tyson said something about everyone has a game plan until they get hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
And is that kind of the truth with fighters? Like, your game plan might go out the...
Yeah. It is. Yeah, my skills are my skills, you know, and they developed, you know, starting when I was 9 years old. The techniques that I was scoring with then are the techniques I scored with through high school and college and now. And, yeah, they do change and evolve, or you'll pick some new stuff up here and there, but it's very hard. You know, you've got these plans, and he's going to step here, and you're going to, and once you get hit, you just start fighting.
That's it.
Yeah, then you
throw everything away.
You put your chin down and start fighting. You figure out who's tougher than who.
Were you always a tough kid growing up?
I wasn't like a bully by any means, but I always was involved in tough. I grew up in the country, so it's just tough. It's a different way of life. There's animals that need taken care of. It means you got to get up and you're working before school starts, and I didn't have any friends. We lived in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't do anything. I had a wrestling.
Well, you
converted our garage to a wrestling room, and
you got a great personality considering you didn't hang out around people.
Well, I appreciate that.
No,
I'm
I'm serious.
You have an eye for talent.
That's probably why.
That's good.
It's probably why people are assholes.
Yeah.
Hang around with too many of them, you get all fucking like me, miserable, sarcastic, fucking cynical,
frightened. That's the word you're leaving out. Frightened.
I can't imagine taking care of animals. What animals?
Horses and cows.
Oh, yeah, the farm variety, obviously.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Of course, dogs and cats, too. But
probably wrestled a horse or two in your day, too. Just out of boredom.
Felt like I did. Boy, a horse is a dumb animal. You know,
really?
You compare it to a dog or something that's very intelligent. A horse is a very dumb animal, and it's as strong as a horse.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, when it decides to create problems, it's a big problem.
Right.
Isn't that just like fucking life? Like, the horses are dumb, but they're in great shape and they have giant dicks. Like, that's just the way life is. Fucking like, God gives you what, you know, a little piece to everybody. You know what I mean? Did you like coaching more than you thought you would, or did you? Because you were fucking really good at it. Man.
I appreciate that. I mean, it was the best experience I've ever had in the sport, and I've got to be on all sides of the sport, and I love it. But that was definitely my crowning moment, crowning experience. But I was surrounded by such good guys. You know, again, Uriah Hall, who's right here from New York, Jimmy Quinlan, who's out here. All of the guys. I mentioned those guys because they're your local guys. But man, it was just awesome. And even the guys that Coach Jones coached, they were great guys too.
But they were both your guys in the final, right?
Both of my guys ended up competing in the finals against each other, yeah. But Dana brought everybody to the UFC. That's what the whole show is about. You fight, so one guy gets a contract. Every one of these guys was so tough. Dana gave all 16 a contract. That's only been done one other time.
Come on.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think of the two coaches, you were the better coach. And it's not to shit on Jones, but I watched the things that you guys would yell in the ring. And Jones was, again, sincere, but he was giving more like, hey, man, this is your moment. Do the best you can, or this is what you've waited for. But you seem to be giving more practical advice.
From a technical, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, work it, make it. You just kept saying all these little things that, you know, if you're the other fighter, you're like,
Instead of inspirations.
Yeah, it was like more practical shit. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, he's a real natural fighter. Sometimes you'll have that, a natural athlete. But, boy, being a natural coach is a tough thing. I've coached kids for 10 or 11 years. I have the best coaches. I've always had the best coaches. Just been lucky that way. And, yeah, so I just steal from those guys, you know, same as anybody does. Just remember stuff they did or said and reparroted it out back to the guys.
I always wonder when coaches are yelling at you when you're fighting, isn't it embarrassing that everyone hears them telling you what to do? Because if I'm in the gym and Kenny comes over and goes, "You put your arms out straight," I'm like, ugh.
Because he's nude when he says it. How embarrassing.
Yeah, it is, though. You know what? It is. In a quiet gym, yeah, it is. You hear and everybody hears you, and yeah, it's a little bit different feel.
Yeah, lift the leg, and you're like, all right. I mean, you don't want to lift the leg, but the other guy hears it. Do you guys ever listen to the advice the coach is yelling at the other guy and use that? Because it seems like it's not a secret.
No. I find that funny that you think people hearing you would be. That's what you do all day.
I know.
Is you talk, people hear you,
which means I should be embarrassed.
Yeah, it's hilarious that would be the observation you make, though.
That always struck me in the ring. Is that God? I would be so embarrassed to hear somebody like not even getting beaten up, but just hearing people.
Will you go into coaching? Will you go into coaching after your fight days?
I won't. I mean, I coach kids wrestling. I'll keep coaching the kids, but no, I don't want to.
You'll probably be a broadcaster. You do pretty good with that as well.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's fun. Thanks for saying that. But I do.
We're just complimenting the hell out of you today.
Yeah, you guys are nice today.
I know. I don't like this.
I wasn't ready for this.
I don't like this.
What's your relationship with Dana now? You guys have a good relationship?
Yeah, Dana's awesome. You know,
love him.
Yeah, everyone loves him.
He's
Dana, very hard to not like. He's generous to a fault. He needs to stop. He's going to give it all away if he's not careful. And he works harder than anyone I know. He has something. A doctor explained this to me. I can't remember what it's called, but he has something only 1% of the population of Earth has, where he only needs between 1 and 3 hours a night of sleep to fully function. He doesn't run on coffee like I do, or you, for example.
I'm a terrible sleeper, yeah.
Or kale and broccoli like you.
I'm a horrible sleeper.
Yeah, he just is up and going. And so, you know, if you work for him, it's tough. We all take our cues from the boss, and when your boss works every single day, all day, it makes for a tough industry.
Oh, what is he fucking holding down? What's he keeping fucking tamped down in his fucking emotional psyche?
You
that
think
he's got to work constantly, can't sleep.
Dana?
Yeah. He lays down in bed and starts thinking, I gotta get up and do something. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, and he had a pretty normal life. He'd go out, have a good time or something, and somewhere in his 20s, he said, I quit drinking and I started thinking. And that's what he said. Yeah, kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could relate to that, or need to relate to that, maybe.
Yes.
But that was it. He just focuses on business.
Can you sleep good? Are you good? I'm horrible. Like I can't fall asleep, and then when I do, I can't stay asleep. And I'm like, how do athletes, like when you got to train for 5 hours or we got to fight? Like, what do you do when you're having a night like I'm having, where I'm just laying there wide awake and panic stricken?
You want to know something? You want to know what makes me tired is knowing I got to go fight or knowing I got to go to practice. So I will lay in bed. I have the same problem. I can't sleep either. And I'll tell myself, all right, if you're up at 2, it'll be 1:45. If you're up at 2, you got to get up and go run 5 miles.
Oh, wow.
Shut me out like a light. And if it doesn't, I got to get up and run. But I'm telling you, I've had to run less than 5 times.
That's some fucking discipline right there.
That's crazy discipline.
Oh, my.
Especially if you're still up and you're like, all right, I'll give you 5 more minutes. But that's it.
Right.
Me,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Anyone can make that deal with themselves, but to actually do it, all right, 2 a.m., I got to run my 5 miles.
I made the same deal, but if it's you're not asleep by 2, you're going to jerk off and then be awake for longer. That's the deal I make. I think I purposely stay up.
And you thought that I would be embarrassed at yelling instructions and having people hear me.
But he'll just blurt that out for everybody here.
But I don't understand how you, like, because I'm such a poor sleeper, I can't imagine having to fucking get up and do something athletic. Like, I have a trainer now, I mean, obviously. And I was dreading seeing her. I've only been to 4 sessions. And dreading
I'm sure
Monday.
the feeling was likewise.
Wait a minute. Her?
Yeah, I have a female trainer. Because I like to talk to her in between. I don't want to talk to a guy in between my...
Your coach is a woman?
No, it's not a coach. No, it's not a coach.
I mean, that's very big of you. I'm not judging. You don't hear that a lot.
Well, it's just a trainer at the gym I go to. It's not
what are you doing, the Jane Fonda workout?
Yeah, I am, actually.
Well, I don't know if Jimmy's being completely
aerobic
topic. He picked his trainer because she's,
Gotcha.
She's lovely.
She's really
I
hot.
put that together.
Yeah, okay, all right.
But it's just like,
I mean, he's still getting good workouts, but he did pick her. I mean, because we have beasts in our gym that he could have easily picked and had a good workout with.
I was like, no, she looks like what she's talking about.
Yeah, I'm wearing a fucking headband.
She can get me to where I want to go.
Let's get physical.
Physical. I have like fucking 80s fluorescent colors on, clapping in between each one.
But we have trainers, like we have one, she's an old lady out of shape. We have another guy that has a beer belly. I'm like, who would take beer belly guy if you're trying to get in shape?
Sure.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. Most aerobics instructors are overweight. It's been my experience. I've only seen a few in my life, but they usually are. They still work hard. They still come in and
they just can't
sweat
keep
all
that
over
weight
the floor.
off, huh?
It's an excuse after they work out to eat more, I guess.
I don't know what it is.
It's like, hey, I worked out. I could fucking pound that down.
Sure.
Yeah. I got big muscle-headed fucking ex-cop as a trainer guy. I don't mind. It's not embarrassing.
See, the problem is, like, because I'm a trainer like you, it's like I'm just doing, like, 3, like, a little bit of what do they call it, circuit training, whatever, and I stop for a few minutes just to catch my breath. And it's like, I don't want to talk to a guy.
And what do you talk about, fucking Days of Our Lives? What do you do? General Hospital in between?
Yeah, we kind of...
Tampons?
Yeah, we just kind of bond over the fact that, our biological clocks are ticking. No, but it's like, I don't want to... I like female energy like that. Like, I don't want to talk to I talk to guys all day, so it's nice to have a woman to talk to.
You're not
for a
really
couple minutes.
chit-chatting much.
No, we are in between. But
her hot ass motivates you.
Oh, my God, dude.
To do a couple extra reps,
it really
right?
does. It's hard. It's hard not to.
He's out of his mind.
Because it's embarrassing to look bad in front of a woman. I don't care if a guy, like, this guys in our gym that are really, fucking jacked, and it's like, I don't care if I look bad in front of them.
And now his trainer's out of town, so he went and found the second hottest trainer to train him.
For a
couple days.
It makes me want to fucking get in better shape.
Sure.
Jimmy rules.
Well, good for you. If it's motivating you, good for you.
My abs are kind of hard, though. It's kind of hard to get the last bit of fucking blubber off the abs, and I got a few more pounds to go.
Jimmy lost 25 pounds.
Good job.
Almost 30, but it doesn't matter.
That's excellent.
Yeah,
good for you.
One too many fucking self-hatred.
What's your goal? Are you getting a couple more off?
No, I don't care about the weight. I just want to. It's like to just honestly to not stand in the mirror and go, ugh, fucking pig.
I get that. I understand that answer.
You get that too. Really?
I think as all humans, but we do that. It's the mirror test.
Wow.
I hate when because a girl will do that a lot about what she weighs. Like, young lady, it doesn't matter what you weigh. You're either fat or you're not. You're either overweight or you're not. And it's great if you weigh 170. If you're 6'2" or whatever. I'm not trying to put a cap on women here, but I think you guys understand my point. It's like, women do the same thing with the mustache, where they bleach the mustache. It's like, young lady, I don't care what color the hair is.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Yes.
It's still a mustache is a mustache.
Yes.
There's these estheticians that have fooled women into bleaching it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's
great.
blonde.
Now you got a Martin Mull mustache.
Instead
of the Magnum PI.
Yeah, exactly. Amongst the strangest things that sell in America is the bleached upper lip.
I love how he says young lady.
Young lady.
A young lady.
Get rid of it.
Women like that too. If you're dominating a girl, like if a girl likes to be spanked, they love to be referred to as young lady.
Yeah,
that's the way. That's the proper discipline. That's
is it?
Yeah, that was young ladies. They like that shit. Yeah. You don't call them like little girl or bad girl. Bad girl is fucking over. That's 1980.
Yeah.
Fucking
Young lady.
Discipliner. Call a young lady. Spanker.
I like that. Very good. Spanker.
Yeah, that's good. But as far as the mustache hair is concerned, I don't care for it. And I don't like the pussy hair either, although I got a bit more of a fetish for it recently. But
Chael didn't ask.
No, I'm just saying. He just tapped into
Jimmy's
something.
just throwing it out there,
He
right?
tapped into something. That's what he just said. He tapped into something.
He didn't ask.
Well,
how do you feel about hairy assholes? You all right with that?
Nah, that's not my thing. I just don't like body.
Does your mother listen to this show?
Oh yeah, she'll actually text in ideas. She's like, you forgot the pussy hair story. I'm like,
Are you getting a little fetishy with that?
no, there was one girl I liked who was very hairy armpits. And she's a fetish model. She does.
Chael, tell him. That's brutal, right? Hairy arms?
Yeah.
Armpits?
Yeah, that's
rough.
It is.
That's weird.
Absolutely. But
That's a
there's
rough one.
This one girl, she was a porn girl, and I got so into her. Just something about her drove me fucking crazy. So I kind of began watching her movies, but I don't think I'd want it in my life. Like, I don't think I can handle dealing with that all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, watching it, or
With
maybe...
the hairy armpits? Is that,
Yeah.
Are we still on that
Yeah,
topic?
or the
All right.
hair,
I got
like-
distracted. There was a lot going on there for a minute.
No, I kind of like when a girl is at that state where they haven't shaved down there in a while. It's a little fucking... It's getting a little, it's growing in a little.
What, like a 5 o'clock shadow?
Let's who you're with. It's like, that's good. The whole completely shaved down thing, it's just been out there too long at this point.
Wow, this is breaking news.
Switch it up.
This is breaking news with you.
No, I've always liked a little bit of fucking, little bit of hair down there.
You don't want a full bush. You want her to look like she just got out of a holding cell for like 2 weeks. she couldn't fucking primp and get ready for 2 weeks.
I have a feeling you're going to have a different interview with ESPN, Chael.
I want the George Michael
I hope I
fucking
remember.
beard.
I hope I turn off and know that I'm on ESPN.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to ask you about hairy pussy.
What is the, by the way, is there a myth about, who was it, said it's a myth about sex before fights that you're not supposed to, and what Mickey always said in Rocky, women weaken legs. Is there does that have anything to do with it, or you could care less about that?
I don't have the foggiest idea. Yeah, you'd have to ask somebody else.
That's not but that's not a fucking, sex is not a fucking, doesn't kill a fight for you week of them.
I would not know, but I don't. Let's move on. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Just seemed like...
Seems like it
I
would
bet
touch you out.
if you believe that, it'll probably psychologically fuck you up more than physically.
Yeah, there you go. With anything.
Just don't fuck. Yeah, if you think it's going to take some power away from your legs and stuff, then it might.
Sugar Ray Leonard was on. He told a story about having sex.
That guy could fight.
He was great.
We
man.
almost had him crying.
Yeah, he
He
was
had a fucking
good.
He had a fucking tough life growing up.
Really?
Yeah. What was he?
He didn't start boxing until 14.
Really?
Won Olympic gold medal just a few years later.
Wow.
Started at 14. That's incredible.
His mentor kind of did something sexual with him or hit on him. He wrote about it in his book, and he got very emotional talking about it because he kind of felt. I think we mentioned the betrayal or something, and it just kind of hit him. Like I think that word got to him.
Oh wow! Yeah.
That maybe that was just a kind of a crystal.
Wow.
But
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah,
that he dealt with that.
But he was talking about something along the lines of sex during the week of fighting, and he said Ali asked him about it. What's the closest you ever fucked? Right, but it was some brutal question Ali asked him, and he's like, the night before, and he said Ali was blown away and just told him like, you're a bad dude. Like Ali respected the fact that he could do that. Yeah, he told the guy about Muhammad Ali fucking just.
Sugar Ray was great on our show, man. He was a down to earth guy.
I love all fighters.
Really? Fuck yeah, he was so cool.
They're all nice.
Most of the athletes that come in here are really nice. We haven't had too many problems.
Very special. Very special talent.
Yeah.
Ray Leonard. I mean, inspiring battles he's had.
Yeah,
Dog tired and then throw 10 more punches.
And what was when his eye was messed up? Who did he fight? Did he fight Duran again when his eye? He had a bad. He was not supposed to fight because of
the detached retina, right?
Yeah, he had a retina injury.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
And I think he was supposed to not fight again.
Norris?
Oh, I don't even know.
Shit, I'd have to look it up. I don't know offhand.
But there's always that one fight too many. Like there's always when you look at Ali and how great he was, and you're like, he fought Holmes, and I think it was Trevor Berbick.
Yeah.
Like there's always, but you don't really see that with you guys. For some reason, I think UFC guys have a longer shelf life because even though you're getting hit with smaller gloves, you're not taking it for 40 minutes.
Sure. Yeah, you're right.
And half of the fight is having is grappling and.
Sure. Well, if we go down, they stop the fight. Right. Not just on a knockdown, but what I'm saying is, in boxing, they'll knock you down, they'll bring you back up, dust you off, and make you go back out there.
Yeah.
Do you ever think
that's hard?
When a guy's on the ground and one guy will jump on, there's a famous Henderson.
Yeah.
When he knocked out
Michael Bisping.
Yeah. Is it, as a fighter, when you see a guy down like that, is it just you're in the fight and you're not thinking, or do you ever see him? Because they showed a guy back off recently too. Like you could see he was ready to. It was I think on the Uriah Faber that night
on that card. Okay,
and there was somebody who was ready to pounce on the next guy, and he just didn't because I think he saw that he was out.
Yeah, most guys are trained that you go until the referee steps in every sport, that you shoot that final basket until the referee, don't go off the horn, go off the referee touching you and saying stop.
Right.
Yeah, don't assume. So most guys are trained to do that, or they could have some problems with their coaches. But at the same time, yes, if a guy is out and you know that, I mean, that's a different scenario. I've never been in that, but I wouldn't take a shot at a guy just to take it.
Right. I always wondered. I don't even think they're being vindictive. I just think in the heat of battle, it's like you just. I mean, again, I wouldn't know. I've not fight since.
It just looks brutal sometimes, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. And that's the bad side of it. I mean, that's sport that does happen. You see these car wrecks in NASCAR and other things like that.
Right.
That's an unintended consequence, but it does happen.
But I've never seen a guy even get really hurt from that because again, they're all okay. You never hear about fighters going out for long periods of time. It's just. I think boxing is so much more dangerous, and it drives me nuts that this is like one state where you can't. It's always about the unions. I mean, Dan.
It has nothing to do with this bullshit. Well, the violence. Shut up.
It's ridiculous at this point.
Nothing to do with that.
UFC, I should say, has proven itself.
Yeah, they've put in
really
all these regulations and all these things. Like, is that what the elbow thing is about? You think just so they make sure that it's it's a little bit safer.
Yeah. Well, and the elbow thing was kind of ridiculous. You'll see these fake videos of martial arts all the time, of karate or something. You'll see some 80-year-old guy and he comes and he breaks the fake brick with his elbow. So a commission saw that and banned this. Now I can do this elbow. I can do this elbow. I just can't do what they call the 12 to 6, straight up to straight down. But yeah, as far as legalizing it in New York, it'd be a very hard argument if the politicians told the truth. If they came out and go, look, you got a problem in Nevada. It's with the culinary union. We take big dollars for them. Seal that problem up and come back to us. If they came out that blatant, boy, that'd be hard for us. But when they lie, it makes it real easy. When they come out and they talk about violence, or they talk about, regulation, or these things that just aren't real, well, now you've got a debate. If you guys told the truth, you'd kind of stop us in our tracks.
You're trying to say the politicians lied? That's crazy.
Yeah, if they would just be
candid
and come out and go, listen, we're just not going to do it, and here's why. Oh, all right.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it would. That would be the best argument they could do, is to just be candid and go, look, seal this problem up you've got in Nevada.
Enough already, though.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's embarrassing as a New Yorker, because the fight with Chael and John is right over the river. It's literally 15 minutes from New York in Newark. Let me promote that again. It's 1:59. It's obviously on pay-per-view if you're not here, but it's the Prudential Center, which is a great, fairly new facility. And truth be told, it's much nicer than the Garden. So if you're going to go, I mean, that's where you should probably go see it. And it's 7 o'clock this Saturday. You can go to Ticketmaster.com if there's tickets available.
There's less than 700 as of this morning, so you'd better hurry.
And you can also watch the 4 preliminary bouts for free when you like the UFC Facebook page. UFC is genius because they show all these free fights and then go to the it's like a tremendous dick tease that it makes you want to stick around and watch.
Right.
Boxing just doesn't do any of that shit.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, the UFC, they understand it.
Fan friendly.
Yeah, they are. They're fan friendly. It's an experience. Important. It's a whole event.
Yeah, we're being told.
They're telling. E-Rock is telling. E-Rock, can you say that out loud so he doesn't think that we're actually saying that?
No, he has to go. He has another interview he has to do.
Is E-Rock telling me to beat it?
Yes, he is.
Is that happening? All right, gentlemen.
We would love if you threw him through a window.
Where does he have to go?
Nice talking with you guys.
Not yet. Where does he have to go?
There's a boxing show or something.
A boxing show? Okay.
That's interviewing him as well.
Yeah, there is a boxing channel.
So I go from America's biggest show to one that nobody's listening to. Wonderful. Well, that's a great idea.
That's why I love this
that's
guy.
PR department.
I loved you for the first second he sat in here last time.
Jesus.
Chael fucking just...
So what do we do
is an honest... You're so honest, man. And we have to pick Chael over John, because John didn't show up today.
I want to see Chael. I really do want to see Chael win, and I'm not saying it just because you're here. It's like, I like John. We've had him on. He's a really nice guy. But, I mean, you're I guess, considered the underdog, at least because he's bigger and he's the champion. But I like you more. Like, John, nice dude, but I don't think he likes me very much for some reason.
Is that right?
I don't know why.
Well, you're a very likable guy. That surprises me.
Really?
And that really is how shallow and empty I am as a man, that whoever's nicer to me, I just
John doesn't like mornings very well. Maybe you just had him on in the morning and he's still He's still a little groggy-eyed.
Well, he was supposed to be with you today, but I don't know.
They say he's coming in at noon, but I'm wondering if
the
he
schedule changed or something.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't want to not do the show. We've had him on like 5 times.
But I think it's better that you guys are separated now anyway.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. You know, when you're sitting down with the guy, I think it's a little bit weird. I've never liked doing that.
Right.
And then in this case, we ended up hitting it off. Well, what good is that?
I don't think you've had a fight like this where you just hit it off with the guy before the fight.
Yeah, and you know what, though? With the set of The Ultimate Fighter, you're going to be around him constantly, every single day. So what are you going to do? We're in a society. You got to be civil. You can't just walk around with a chip on your shoulder all the time. And that's really what happened. But it is a little bit weird. I'm glad that you said that. I've had to do that with. I was on ESPN with him, and they do it yesterday. So they sent this 120-pound girl in between the two of us. You know, fortunately, there's not an issue there, but if there was, she's serving as the buffer. Come on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I always, because you look at Tito and Liddell didn't like each other through that whole thing. I mean, that didn't certainly make their relationship terrific. So it's not guaranteed you're going to like each other. But I thought when I first heard that, I'm like, and this was just my opinion, that you really freak guys out because you go after them in ways that they're not used to going after. And you're better at it than anybody when you want to be. And I think that there's certain guys that have a hard time handling that. It's almost like really, really handsome guys that don't like being made fun of, like in school. So I'm like, you know, I bet you that freaks John Jones out a lot.
A little bit. You know, guys don't like being called out. And most guys, they won't call anyone out. And you got to understand, we're in America. You're not going to get anything in this country you don't ask for. Help Dana White with his job. He's a busy guy. Tell him who you want to fight. Don't make him figure it out. Tell him.
Wow.
And, you know, I'll stick my finger in a guy's chest. I don't promote fights. I pick fights.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I do. Sometimes people act like I should give apologies. I'm in the fight business. I'm a fighter. I pick fights, and then I go get in them. What do you want me to do about that?
Fighter. Oh, wait, yeah, I'll do that one. Hold on. There we go.
A governor, a fighter. I'll show you things that'll blow your mind.
That's beautiful. That's good work by you.
Jesse.
I'll tweet that, Chael. What are you on Twitter?
Sonnen, I always mess it up. It's Son, Sonnech. It's, you know, Sonnen.
I think there's another N in there, too.
There is.
All right, so it's S-O-N.
That's not his fault, though. There's a lot of N's.
Yeah.
S-O-N-N-E-N-C-H.
Yeah, all right. I'll tweet that picture.
Yeah, it's Sonnen CH.
Good luck Saturday.
Wait,
I
should we ask Chael? I don't know. I haven't. You're one of my favorite guys, and I've never. Normally, what we do when we have fighters come in is I ask them to show up to do not a full move.
John Jones has done a couple.
John Jones, Fedor, they've all done something where they show me a move. I don't fucking fight back, but I want to see what certain things feel like.
He's had a quick choke.
Kane
like
choked
that.
me.
He's had an arm bar, right?
Yeah, everything. Brock did heel hooks on me, which really fucking hurt. But I tap quick.
Ow.
Yeah, I tap very fast.
He taps
I'm
like
not fucking brave. But in fight week is always scary for me with a fighter because you guys are in fucking a different mode than you are like a week after the fight. But what move would you do on me that you think might hurt a little bit, but I would live through?
Oh, all right. I'll show you one real fast. Oh, by the way, I just got a text message. When I first told you that tickets were on sale, we had 700. Since I made that announcement, we've got just under 600. They're moving fast. Well, apparently, people are listening to your show, but they asked me to mention that on the air. You know, here's a very practical move. It's not a great one, but this is very practical.
He's grabbing my right arm.
Somebody's going to grab you like this. They might grab your shirt or something.
I had my hand on his chest.
But this is a very realistic where they might grab your shirt. I just want to grab over by the pinky is all I'm going to do.
And he's just twisting my arm backwards.
I'm sorry about that. But
no, that's okay. Fair enough.
And another one is the push. This will start a fight a lot too.
If I push Chael's chest,
I'm just going to hold him to my chest, block out his elbow, and break his wrist by bending down. Now, those are very realistic moves. Get the guy in a choke and stuff. That's more of like sport type fighting. That's something you may encounter in the street. The guy comes out and shoves you. You snap his arm and go about your day.
Wow.
Now the chokes are really. What would you say is your best choke? Like, what's the most effective?
The rear naked choke, and I have no idea why they call it that. It's the sleeper hold. It's always been called the sleeper hold. The cops used to use it. The military uses it. Some goofballs now rename this the rear naked choke. But essentially, you get behind the guy and you strangle him.
Simple enough.
It's simple enough.
Why are you asking, Jimmy?
Because I was just saying, that was one I've had that's really unpleasant. I didn't like Randy Couture did the fucking fingers on the throat, which really fucking hurt a lot.
Randy's a dangerous dude.
Yeah, he really is. And he's a guy like you. He just can't be backed off. He's just not afraid. But I would like to maybe take a choke or a punch, whichever you would like to give me, but in the arm, whatever you wish.
Well, I would much rather choke you. I don't want
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Give him a little choke.
Okay, and I'm going to tap very fast.
This would be the sleeper world that we referred to. It would be
Now-
tight, and then all I'd have to do is when you start.
Okay, hold on. No, don't be sorry. It's okay. Let's see how long I can take it for. Just a couple seconds.
All right. I can't see him, so.
He goes.
Sound effects and all. That was
Yeah, yeah, but that's not on purpose. That's fucking,
No.
Yeah. Fuck.
You would
What do
just
we do
be.
now? I feel like he has been trying to kick me out for about 5 minutes.
No,
Is this where I go?
That's your guys.
You gotta go
what
to that
happens is your guys say
boxing.
our guys,
You gotta go to the boxing
and our
channel.
guys tells us. We never kick you out.
No,
but
Chael,
they
never.
always tell us because we notoriously will go over on interviews, and then the publicists get mad. They're like, they go to the press and you're hogging.
Because the boxing channel's going, we have nothing. Right. We don't know what to talk
That's
about.
kind of what's
We're only
happening.
allowed to talk about boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
I'm going to get a text from Dana going, why did you leave that show? Everyone listens to that
For
show.
the boxing channel.
All right, Chael, let's get you out of here.
Had it.
Chael
I've had
Sonnen.
it with
All right,
all
man.
of you.
Yes.
Saturday with John Jones, UFC 159.
Very cool.
We'll see you next time, Chael. Thank you. All right. And we're going to take a break, too. Stay there.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
I want to thank Chael Sonnen for stopping by. That was great. It's going to be a big fight Saturday.
He's a really nice guy. Like you know what I mean? Like when you see him interviewed, and you're like, oh, that guy's gonna be a fucking prick, and then you talk to him, and he's like a fucking really nice dude.
Yeah, he was great.
I think he's nicer than John. I absolutely. Everybody has the impression that John's the great guy.
You're going to have to deal with John Jones now.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to deal with that. They're both really nice guys.
I don't think he likes me.
John?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just get that feeling.
Oh, stop it!
No,
why would he not like you?
I don't know. I have great instincts for that stuff, though. Really good instincts for it.
But I don't. Does he know you enough to not like you?
He's been here enough time. I don't think like if you said Jim Norton, he'd probably go, ah. But if you showed him my face,
I didn't get the impression he liked any of us on a like.
Yeah, I didn't get a like or dislike thing. I got
just kind of all right. I'm doing your show. I know you guys. Do a pretty good job there, and I do a pretty good job myself. And let's hang out for a little while.
Exactly.
Mics go off. I go my way. You go yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those. That's all. We have
what
those.
it is. Holy shit! I'm so glad I got out of fucking Apple right at the open.
What happened?
Well, now it's up $4.19.
Oh,
but it was down $10. I got out when it was down $10.
So what do you make on that?
No, I haven't checked. I just punched out of it real quick.
Couple G's?
Probably just a couple of G's, not a lot.
You could buy another dinosaur with that.
But yeah. Another dinosaur for my backyard.
Here's a dinosaur marching. Here is a dinosaur. How did it get so fat? Here is a dinosaur marching. Wake up, little piggy boy, and fucking take us out.
All right, Snoop Dogg's mic is officially ridiculous.
Yeah, what's he doing?
That's not Snoop Dogg.
Huh?
It's
Snoop Lion.
Lion.
I'm sorry, Sam. You're right.
Because I'm a
Why
lion.
is he on fucking Kelly?
Is he going to be here today? Tomorrow.
I wanna get lost in the crowd and here tonight. I need to hear my thoughts turn the music up loud.
Who's that chick in the back? What is this?
I don't know. It's horrible.
He's singing with like church choir girls.
He's losing a lot of cred by being on Regis and Kelly with that Mike guy. What's the name of the show now? Kelly and Mike? Mike and Kelly?
This is Snoop Lion.
I know it's Snoop Lion. What does Snoop Lion do?
But his mic still says Snoop Dogg.
He hasn't gotten a new mic yet.
Oh. He's terrible.
I don't know.
Oh, that chick all the way to the left is hot in the back.
Money makes a man, and that's a crime.
What is he doing? He's
Horrible.
trying to sing a little here.
Reggae.
Is it?
Yeah.
She's very good.
Yeah, but Snoop isn't. What's he trying to do?
They just cut him off.
Reincarnated.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Snoop Lion. She has to say Snoop Lion.
Snoop
That's right.
Lion. Snoop lost his fucking cred years ago. Yeah, I use Sprint. Yeah, use them. Oh, why don't you eat some of them Jello pudding pops?
Pocket like it's hot.
Yeah.
Pocket like it hot.
I sure do like them hot pockets. Them's good hot pockets.
We had him on once, didn't we?
On the phone. Yeah, he was nice.
He was cool.
Yeah.
And I did Amy's show with him when she had that fucking show on. Remember she had that show with the singer on Spike?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it's on Fuse.
I'm sorry, Fuse.
With the guy from Blink 182.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
And
Mark Hoppus.
I did that panel, but Snoop was the musical guest.
Soak up your shit with a sham wow. I digs the sham wow. He'll fucking pimp himself out for anything.
He's a legend, though. He can do whatever he wants.
Hot like it hot.
He's only 41. Is that possible?
Yeah, he was young when he started.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's not. He could.
Yo,
He's Snoop Dogg. He can do whatever he wants.
He sure can.
Just the most fucking ridiculous. He's riding around a bicycle with a microwave on the back, singing "Pocket Like It's Hot" for Hot Pockets.
For Hot Pockets.
And people are still like, "Yo, Snoop Dogg is my shit."
Snoop's cool because he's so sweet.
Pocket like it's hard. And your munchies get an attitude. Pocket like it's hard. Pocket like it's hard. Pocket like it's hard. I got the pockets in my arms, setting off smoke alarms, and I eat them smoking hot because I got it going on.
Yeah, I'm a hot dude with some hot dreams. Getting fired up, letting off steam. Everybody showing love.
Holy shit.
Checking applications for the Hot Pocket fan club. Pepperoni pizza much better than some fish heads. Interior too hot, let's cool it all.
How can you sing about Hot Pockets and have any credibility left?
Murder was a case.
Murder was the case the game.
Same guy. Unbelievable.
Get off my pocket.
All right.
Get off my pocket.
Hot cheese, son.
Yeah.
Someone's telling me he has a country song out.
Really?
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Let me see, Adam. Adam in
What's
Colorado.
he snooping around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it on the radio the other day. It's called My Medicine or something like that. He also did a country song with Willie Nelson.
Oh, wow.
Well,
no
the
kidding.
whole pot angle.
It's called Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
They're two potheads.
Which one you got, Erod?
That My Medicine.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh,
I dedicate this record right here to my main man, Johnny Cash.
All right.
I'm a real American gangster.
Oh, gangsta.
I got my nephew Whitey Ford on the guitar.
Whitey Ford.
Young Trev on the
Yeah,
drums.
Everlast, bitch.
Grand Ole Opry. Here we come. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack put the spoon on the candlestick. Dope stick pimpin' on the one-trick pony. Yeah, she kinda skinny, but she gets my money. Get my money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, buy my medicine.
He's got
Get
a
my money,
cowboy
buy
hat
my
on.
Medicine, buy my medicine, buy my medicine. Yeah, you know I got to have that medicine.
He's talking about weed. You know that, right?
Snoop don't care what he's doing. You're right.
Fuck.
I want to do a country song.
Jack starts hanging around with the fiends. Got strung out, sold the cow for beans.
Country song is hot, though.
Yeah.
But you gotta hit the streets, go and get my money. Get
He's still
my
pimping.
money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, buy
pimping,
my
smoking
medicine.
weed.
Get my money.
Is his
buy
medicine?
my
Medicine it is. It's marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
A marijuana cigarette he wants.
Oh, yeah. Big fat one. Roll a fatty for the
Yeah.
pimp daddy.
You feel me? Girl, my love's gonna last just as long as my high.
Oh, once he's not high anymore, his love's gone.
You can trust every word I'm gonna say will be a lie.
Oh man.
Sometimes. What's the use of the truth if you can't tell a lie sometimes, baby?
Oh yeah.
Now dig this. Jack starts a track up and down the hill. Got to walk and figure ace what he told the jail. Come rain, come shine, come snow if it's sunny. Get the fuck out, girl, and get my money. Get my money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, buy my medicine.
Yeah.
Get my money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine.
It's not awful.
This is good.
It's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy.
He can do it all.
Where's Willie, though?
There's Willie.
Girl, my love's gonna last just as long as my high. Oh, I'm so high right now. How about you?
Yeah, it does sound a little like Everlast.
Wait for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Snoop really penned this one. I don't think he did the musical arrangement.
I love you, though. I wanted to hate it.
Contrary motherfucker.
It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I wanted to hate it. It's cool.
Don't front on Snoop.
Oh,
All right.
well. Who's fronting?
And Willie Nelson's probably the only guy that smokes more pot than Snoop does.
Yes.
He did our show once.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, back in the day. Yes.
I think he just turned 80.
Wow.
God. 80 years young. Sure, Snoop.
Buy my medicine, buy my medicine.
Buy my medicine.
All you gotta do is take a little puff. You blow it right into their faces and they fall asleep.
How did it turn there?
They ain't used to it. You tell them it's powder for their bottoms. Yeah. Open up your mouth and take your medicine. Pull off your diapers and give you your medicine.
Would you choose to accept this mission? His job is to
There he
interview
is.
all the
He's doing every show except ours.
He
at
is
this
all
point.
over.
All TV.
News guy.
AJ
TV.
Clemente. Now he's on Regis and Mike, or Mike and Regis.
What's he saying?
Or Kelly and what's the name of the show?
Kelly and Mike.
Kelly and Mike.
It's still called Regis and Kathy Lee.
Regis and Kathy Lee.
Whatever.
Regis was holding them up for more money. Oops.
Yeah.
How did that work out for you?
They were like toodles.
He didn't want to
He's
retire.
probably still fucking calling.
Yeah.
All right, and my offer still stands.
Like Regis, we
they
got
moved
ready a
on,
while ago.
and they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
How many times a day do you think Regis watches this and drops N-bombs in his house?
All right, I'm not going to come down another penny. I'm holding you guys to the wall. Not another penny. You got my number. You got a phone. Use it. I won't be held hostage by you people.
We already hired Strahan Regis.
Yeah.
He's already got the job.
No,
He's doing great.
He just thinks it's a guest host.
What?
Sitting in.
Yeah, no, he's full time.
No, it's just a guest host.
The colored guy? He can't stand in for Regis.
He's not standing in. He's hired. He's contracted.
Gelman.
Oops.
My good friend Gelman wouldn't stand for this. He probably quit in protest.
Gelman
we got
forgot
Gelman
about
too.
Regis.
Yeah.
The day Mike walked in the door, fucking Gelman forgot about Regis.
Exactly.
Threw Regis right under the fucking bus.
Strahan is just shouting out Gelman just to make it hurt for Regis.
Yeah.
Hey, Gelman. Yo, Gelman.
We got to get out of the way for Jim Norton's Advice Show coming up next here on this channel.
Oh,
and Jim
that's
Norton's going
right.
to be in Austin, Texas, Saturday night. It's almost a sold-out show.
Yeah, hopefully it will sell. Because festival shows always sell late, but they do sell well.
Very cool.
And Friday night, I'm doing Mark Maron's live podcast with a few other guys.
Very cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to getting down to
Yes.
Austin. Unfortunately, I'll miss the fight, but I'm happy I'm doing something. I'm actually love Austin.
All right.
So my show's coming up next, and then I'm going to watch Alan Alda.
Yes. Yes.
Opie and Anthony has left the building.